All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the pre-market prep. I hope you guys are having an amazing morning. Hopefully, you guys had an incredible weekend. Good morning, Peter. How you doing today?
Carlos, I am doing good on this rainy Monday. How was your weekend?
Weekend was good, man. Have family and friends come over on Saturday. A lot of drinking of beverages, and it was a lot of fun, man. It was a lot of fun. Kids had a great time running around. Weather was beautiful. I mean, what else can you ask for, man? It was a good time. We had a better time than the Toronto Blue Jays. My goodness. Wow.
Yeah.
Peter,
Good.
no matter who won, this was one of the most exciting World Series I've ever seen in a long time. I mean, It had everything you wanted, from defense, from great plays, from home runs, from cliffhangers. I mean, holy smokes. It was awesome, man.
To a technicality that arguably cost the Blue Jays the World Series when the ball gets stuck under the wall.
What are the chances?
Anyway,
what are the chances?
It's crazy. It's absolutely ridiculous. And then what was interesting for me to see was all of the typically Canadian responses to it, to say, Blue Jays, you played with heart. We still love you. You're still Canada's team. Well done. As opposed to, you guys suck. How did you lose? It was very, very Canadian type response, most of what I was seeing. So
I think even the Dodgers, if they would have lost, they would have got the same thing, man. Every game was. How many overtimes we had? We had a couple of games went to overtime. I mean, it was just
two. I think only two went to overtime. But
it was okay. It felt like more. It was awesome, man. It was. I mean, I was not rooting for any team. I don't care who won. I'm a Yankees fan. But it was just fun to watch. It was really fun to watch. A lot of great plays, man. But yeah, there you have it. Friends, quick look at our gappers list this morning. That's your CBS Sports Update, Tom H. And now let's get back to trading.
Yeah. Wow, you really got into it. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I'll be honest. I was rooting a little more for Toronto just because of Melanie. I know Melanie was rooting a lot for that team. I know her father is a big fan, so I was rooting for that team just for her. So, good friend of ours over on YouTube. But anyways, here is our gappers list, brought to you by TradingTerminal.com. A bunch of stuff in both sides, a lot of news feeds, a lot of merge on this M&A Monday, I guess. We'll get into all of that fun stuff. But Peter, overall, these markets just keep going higher and higher. Let's jump into our U.S. economic calendar for today.
Yeah, not a lot of stuff happening today. Later this morning, we're going to have the U.S. manufacturing PMI number that's going to come out, the ISM manufacturing number. And then normally we'd get the construction spending, but due to the continued government shutdown, now into its second month officially, that data will not be available. So that government shutdown, Carlos, I don't know, if you're a government worker, it's got to be horribly tough right now. But
it sure is, man. It sure is. And again, normal Americans are still not feeling any of this yet. They say that we should start to feel some of it. It's still going to start to trickle down to the economy a little bit. But a lot of us are not feeling it yet, unless, again, you're out of work right now. You're definitely feeling it front and center. So, yeah.
Anyway, I feel for all the government employees, anyways, who are stuck in the middle of this thing, right? Just they were trying to get their job done, minding their own business, and then suddenly, they're either not working and not getting paid, or forced to work and still not getting paid. So, yeah, it's got to be.
And the worst part is, this is not 2001 or back in the 90s where you could leave a job, find a job the next day. That's not the case. Jobs are much harder to find now. So there's a report that came out last week about that, how jobs are a lot more difficult to find. You'll find a job, but it's going to take you a long time. So it's not like you could leave and just say, hey, screw this, I'm going to go get something else around the corner. That's not the case. All right, friends. Again, hopefully this gets resolved quickly. Here is the gappers list brought to you by tradingterminal.com, your one-stop shop tool for everything trading, really. I mean, it's getting to that point. Let's get to the first one. DBRX is the one leading the way here. DBRX. This morning, we are looking at a gap up of 40%, 420,000 shares traded here. Just got going, too. So this is fresh out of the oven here, Peter. Look at the action. I love it, man. What's driving this? We might not have it right now, but Viodexa Pharmaceutical in play right now with some volume coming in.
I like it. I like it. Fresh out of the oven, eh? Fresh
Yeah.
baked stocks here for you. Um, let's see. Biodexa Pharmaceuticals PLC out of the UK. So it's phase 3 trials, and they're expected to get a European patent for their drug, Sorrenta, which I don't know what it does. But whatever it does, it's estimated to be able to take advantage of a $7 billion market. So, anyways, good
Hmm.
news for BDRX. We've never seen this before, so it's tough to know how it's going to trade, how the volume is going to continue. So, like most biotechs, if this is your thing, go for it. Me, I just watch.
Yeah, this will be a good popcorn stock for today. I mean, it is explosive right now, and if you're trading pre-market, this could be your thing. Float on this one is under a million. So again, just gonna put it here under our popcorn ticker for today. Oh, where did our popcorn icon go? We'll get that back in a second. We had the little popcorn thing here, so we'll bring that back.
Popcorn?
That's the popcorn. We'll bring the popcorn back here. IREN is up 20% here, 9.9 million shares traded. Obviously, some big news for them today, Peter. And look at this, a 20% pop this morning. So what's the latest and greatest? And we're very familiar with this ticker, obviously. We watched it many, many times. Not only it, but its other counterparts and type of players that we can play in this sector. But today, they're the ones with the big news and showing a huge gap up.
Wow. So yeah, this Iran, they keep showing up. So I guess they're making the right moves. They just announced a $9.7 billion contract with Microsoft. As part of that contract, they are going to get access to NVIDIA's high-end chips. They also announced about a $7 billion purchase of Dell computer equipment, probably to service that contract. So they're sort of moving into the big times here. So they've got all the right company names there. They've mentioned NVIDIA, Microsoft, and Dell all in the same press release. So that's pretty good.
It
OpenAI. Oh, look at
continues.
this.
Yeah, it
They've also
continues to
got
be
OpenAI.
this hey, I pay you, you pay him, but you got to use
It,
these guys over here. And at the end of it all, somehow it ends up with Nvidia having something to do with the chips. I
It's
mean,
part of the
oh
virtuous cycle. I was just watching a video, and I don't know whether this is any type of indicator. We've all been talking about how this market is overinflated. Have you ever heard about the Warren Buffett indicator?
no,
There,
but I'm surprised I have
this
not heard
Buff
about this. Yeah, go
the
ahead.
Buffett indicator. It's a measure of the stock market valuation versus GDP. And they've been saying, like, if you look at the last two stock market crashes back, and when things sort of got overheated, the it was like 130% was and something. I think the last two was 130 and 150% or something like that, of the GDP. And that was sort of an indication that the stock market's become overvalued, right? And a correction needs to happen. With Nvidia hitting 5 billion and Apple at 4 billion and Microsoft at $4 trillion. I'm losing a bunch of zeros there. Anyways, apparently the stock market now, according to the Buffett indicator, is about 225%. I mean, the valuation of the stock market is more than twice the GDP of the US and significantly higher than any other period in history. So not surprising, I suppose. We all know what's happened, but it's just all of how many indicators do we need to tell us that the market is absolutely overvalued and it's not sustainable? But we've been saying it for so long. It's like, it's just feels impossible to predict when this is going to happen. Tough to know.
Yeah, yeah, I
But
agree.
got to keep our eye on the NVIDIA. Remember, NVIDIA earnings are always late. We've been watching earnings for the last little while, and then NVIDIA always reports late. And I think they're coming up on the 19th. They're like 2 weeks away still. So that could be an interesting day, right? Because obviously the
Yeah.
expectations are high. Their NVIDIA's valuation is super high. Will the sales numbers reflect the market expectations or not? I guess we'll find out in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we will definitely find out. And again, it's just wild, man. Just wild. Again, this infinity loop of cash from
Yeah.
company to company. But there it is, big one from for IREN. Microsoft, obviously the one putting out the cash here. Are they? They're not moving. To them, this is nothing. They're gapping up, not even 1%, right? Obviously, which is expected. All right, KVUE is the next one on here. Another one, again, Merger Monday today. Another one as well. CanView is up 17%, 14 million shares traded. I don't, what these guys do? I didn't never heard of them. First time we're seeing them now. And look at this, some volume coming into September. They started getting very busy. And then you got the big spike. So yeah, nobody knew about this merger before, right? Uh-huh. Sure thing. Peter, what's the latest and greatest?
I like the commentary there. Do you know
Yeah,
Kenvue? This is a household and personal product company. I don't. Kenvue?
I
I
never
don't
heard
know.
of it. But maybe they make some products. You know how they're a parent company. They might make something you use every day.
Oh,
Could be one of those. And it is.
I know
Use
why we
Tylenol.
don't know of this. I
Yeah.
I heard about this company indirectly. Interesting. Okay, so um well, we've all heard the administration statements that Tylenol is causing autism and other problems. So, um the company that used to make Tylenol had spun it off into a separate company called Kenvue a while back. But apparently, Kenvue is going to be acquired by Kimberly Clark. Kimberly Clark is going to buy Kenvue for about $48 billion in a
Mm,
surprising move, despite all of the bad news against Tylenol. Looks like they're interested and they're going to buy it out. So that's why, after being embattled over the last little while, as you can see, with their price dropping, they're getting a boost here this morning. I guess if they believe that all of this is going to blow over, because I mean, Tylenol is pretty much a staple in every hospital in the Western world, right? Like,
everywhere.
and I mean, most people use it. I mean, I don't take anything, but I know it's. I mean, we have some in the house. Most people do, don't they? Anyways, if they think all of this is going to blow over, then it could be a good buy because with the stock price having been driven down over the last couple of months, it could be a good buy. That being said, Kimberly Clark's stock has dropped quite significantly on the announcement that they're buying it. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. But buyout is the answer, short answer.
Yeah, there it is. So, not sure how well this is going to day trade, but obviously it's making some big news here as it's gapping up 17%. So, there it is. Not don't see how this is tradable. Back to our list, friends. CIFR, another one that we've seen here quite a bit. They're making some noise this morning. Cipher Mining. Any of the mining stuff on the list today? Or is this just a
There's
one-off?
a couple of them,
It's a
but
couple
not.
here, yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
but
well,
this is not. This is
these are.
not.
Mm-hmm.
This is not like. This is what am I sorry, bit mining. Like it's virtual mining,
Right.
right? So
So, anything specific to them? They're up pretty good here, 20%.
they are they did announce here, looks like early this morning, that Amazon is leasing some of their facilities. So it looks like they've got a $5.5 billion. People are just throwing around billions of dollars this morning. Anyways, a $5.5 billion deal with Amazon. This will be over 15 years to supply 300 megawatts of capacity for AI workloads. So there you
Yeah.
go. So it looks like they are leasing a bunch of space. So I guess they've got the cash to be able to buy all this space from Amazon, which normally the company buying things is not a good thing, but in these days, the normal math doesn't work, right? So Cipher
Yeah.
says they're spending 5.5 billion with Amazon, and it's considered a good thing because that means they're expanding their 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 footprint, I guess. So
Yeah. Yeah, man, they really are here. Again, trading pretty decent right now. Daily so far, you can see that they're been getting a little more active as far as how wide these daily candles are. And this morning, again, just putting on a show at the moment. So, not sure. It might trade well today, Peter. It might be today's day, given the news. I might add it on here. It's not a low flow stock. It's lower price. What was as it's climbing here above 20, 22 or so. Is 320 million shares flow. So I think today could be a good day to have this on deck. So I'm going to add it on here on my primary list. Again, it is definitely in play this morning.
really? Okay. Adding it to his
Yeah.
list.
What was that?
I said, interesting that you've decided to add that to your list. Normally, it's the type of stock that we skip over. So,
Oh yeah, this is definitely skip over. But I don't know. The daily looks interesting today, man. It does breaking out
yeah.
here, new high. Let's see. It might not stay there once we get to our big hitters, of course. Microsoft, NVDA. I mean, they just trade so well. It's hard to put other stuff on the list when those guys are trading so awesome. Let's take a see what else we got. I'll fix it now. Thanks, Beth. Let's take a look at what else we have on here. AREC just popped up 40% on the radar. AREC on the trading terminal radar. Man, look at this here. Nice. 40%,
Oh,
2.1
wow.
million
This is a
shares
weird one.
traded, being dropped just now. And wow, that's pretty cool. Let's see if we could find what's driving this. Float on this bad boy is 56 million. So it's not like your regular 9 million flow. This is pretty decent size, right? To be moving
Yeah.
this way.
So, American Resources Corporation, they apparently are in the business of coking coal. Coking coal. So, but they have announced a $1.4 billion deal with the U.S. Department of War. I can't say that with a straight face. Anyways, the U.S. Department of War, they have a $1.4 billion deal, so that's a good deal for them, and we're seeing why it's jumping as a result.
I gotta put this on the popcorn too. I gotta see what happens here. This is
Yeah, it's
yeah, I gotta see. Yeah,
I don't know that I've ever seen a coking coal company on our list before. So that yeah, it might be interesting. I'm not sure. I mean it's a $5 stock that was, under 4 when it closed on Friday. So um it could be, Carlos. I mean, this one could be enough to get the interest of the market. 2.9 million shares and climbing very rapidly. So we'll have to see if this volume continues because most of that volume's happened just in the last 4 minutes. So, it's yeah,
yeah,
it's either going to
yeah.
die off
It's
very quickly or it could keep going. We'll find out
we will
together.
definitely find out. Friends over on YouTube, if you haven't done so already, slam that thumbs up. We really appreciate it. It helps us out a ton. We've still got the weird names going on here. Look at this person here, Homer 88 Donuts X 8B. I mean, that is a
Or
very
88
nice
donuts.
name. Homer 88 Donuts. Love it. Welcome, my friend. Good morning to you. But yeah, hit that thumbs up. Let's try to see if we can keep up half of the people watching, right? So we got 530 people watching. If we could get 250 and just keep half of the likes, we could really crush it today, right? So let's see if we could do that. That'd be awesome. All right, let's see what else we have on this trading terminal gappers list. Continuing here, LQDA, and then we'll stop here a little bit. We'll look at Bitcoin. I do see a couple of Bitcoin tickers here, Clean Spark and some other ones. And then we'll see what else is on this list. I see some semis, MU, NVIDIA on deck, PLTR, another good buddy of ours, HIMS. So there's a couple of good tickers towards the bottom that we might want to spend some time on. But I'm seeing a lot of Bitcoin type stuff here, BDTR. So we'll see what's going on there. Let's finish this one off. LQDA. What is this about? And then we'll hop over to some sectors here. We are up 9.4 on this one. Liquidia Corporation, 223,000. I don't see anything great. I mean, I know they're getting above that 2% with a gap up of 10% here, but the pre-market looks pretty non-eventful at the moment, Peter.
Yeah, and Liquidia, like you said, a biotech company. They had earnings. Well, I guess they're one of the ones that had earnings. I wasn't really looking at earnings very heavily this morning because we didn't have any major companies that we normally look at. But Liquidia did have earnings. It looks like wow, they significantly beat their numbers. 54 million worth of revenue versus a 15 million forecast. And they only lost 4 cents when it was thought, excuse me,
Bless you.
when they
Bless
thought they
you.
were going to lose 45 cents. So that's a pretty big differential. Now you got to remember these are pretty low numbers, right? When you deliver 45 million versus 15 million, that's big. Or sorry, 54 million versus 15 million. That's big, but it's on a relative scale. So quite a big surprise though for Liquidia. Probably not going to continue in volume though.
Yeah, not
Unlike
looking good here.
Iraq,
Yeah,
REC still going.
yeah. Is that still? Let me take a look. Is that still rocking here?
Yeah,
Oh
still. I
yeah,
mean,
it's looking too.
it hasn't moved higher all that much, really, but the volume is at least still continuing.
Yeah, about to cross 5 million there, and let's see if it can hold this. All right, Peter, let's stop here. This gap up list massive this morning as we kick off. A new week of trading here, and also new trading of first day of the month, right? First day of trading of the month as well, or did we have the
Oh
first?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, first day of the month. There it is. Um,
yeah.
Anything you like on here, Peter, that you want to go over?
On the gap up, it's a little bit of a weird list today. Like I'm really surprised to see a lot of these cryptocurrency type companies on here. Bitcoin and most crypto prices are stagnant. This morning they're not really moving very far. They haven't dropped a lot, but they haven't grown for sure. So I'm not sure why some of these stocks are moving. Maybe it's people hoping that they're going to go in a direction. But you notice that none of the major stuff's on the list. A lot of the big stuff is, I mean, actually, NVIDIA should be down just at the bottom of our list now, as it just poked over 2% increase this morning. So, so that's an area I would go to. It's a Monday. People tend to get, more enthusiastic about our semiconductors on Mondays. So I think, it's not at all-time highs, but it's still in the territory. And we could have some interesting trading. So definitely going to be watching NVIDIA today. AMD is sort of lesser. I mean, it's another one that obviously I like to watch, but hasn't had quite the same fun in the last few days. As you can see, pretty flat up there. It's at all-time high territory, but not as much movement as Nvidia has seen. So, and yeah, yeah. I mean, Nvidia, it blows my mind, anyways, as to where Nvidia is. Um, all the reports now, like the $5 trillion market cap has really got people talking because it was big when it hit 4 trillion. I feel like it's even more at five because at 5 trillion, Carlos, do you realize that the valuation of Nvidia is greater than all but two countries in the world? There's only two
Yeah,
countries in the world that have a greater GDP than Nvidia's valuation, and that's China and the United States. Every other country in the world, their GDP is less than the valuation of Nvidia. So in theory, that
yeah.
means that they're worth more. Anyways,
Mm.
that is a little, you
It's
know,
some crazy stats when you put it like that.
when you start thinking,
Yeah.
yeah, it's yeah, it's just odd, you know. So, anyways, well, here we are, and hey, all we can do is try and take advantage of this market as it gives us trading opportunity. Long or short, hey, I'm not gonna, if Nvidia wants to go higher, we're gonna let it, and hopefully we'll be along for the ride. I mean, it's certainly given good opportunities to make money. And if Nvidia wants to drop, then I'll try and take advantage of that as well. So whatever it does, I'll be watching. So, anyways, so Nvidia's on my list. Um, Other than that, last week we were able to watch some of the Magnificent Seven. Meta actually had a pretty decent week of movement, or at least a couple of days. Thursday, Friday of last week uh, were pretty good after the earnings data came out. Amazon also had some surprisingly, you know, good days where normally it doesn't move all that much. They're probably going to calm down this week, would be my guess, but I don't know for sure. And yeah, that's it from the gap up, I guess. How about
All right.
Oracle, actually? We haven't talked about Oracle in a while. I'm surprised it's still out there. and in the conversation, but its
Yep.
volume has been, look at that little volume, right? How it's been consistently higher ever since their big announcement, yeah, back in September, and it's just been continuing a lot higher than the average volume previous to that. So
Yep.
while its movement has calmed down a little bit, it's still, it's still out there and it's still giving trading opportunities if you're watching it. I think Megan was watching it last week, which reminded me of it, and I thought, she's right. Like it's still worth some attention because it might not give you a good trade every single day, but it might be worth keeping an eye on.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, Definitely looking very interesting there as well for Oracle. All right, let's see what's gapping down, my friends. So gapping down, we'll look at the top four and then we'll hop around a little bit here. Looks like our minerals, just look at it quickly. Not minerals, rare metals is the right sector here. All down this morning. You, Amy. So I got a couple here that are not doing so hot. So QURE is unique cure. This is not to be confused with a quantum ticker, right? This is different. Uh, wow. Look at this big red candle at 705, down 66%. Man, this is you know what I'm gonna say, Peter. Who is getting fired? As we take a look at the view of the cafeteria for breakfast this morning over at Cure headquarters. This is not good. What's going on here,
Yeah.
Peter? What's happening?
Yeah, so it looks like the Unicure was counting on the FDA to approve one of their drugs, which was in early stage trials, and it looks like the FDA is going to pull that approval. So this is a gene therapy for Huntington's disease, and while it hasn't happened yet, the belief is that the FDA is going to remove their regulatory approval for this drug. So that obviously is a big kick in the teeth for Unicure, and that's what prompted the big drop this morning. Trading volume, Carlos, I don't know. I mean, it's had volume. Obviously, we're sitting at 4 million shares, but if you really look, it's dropped off significantly since the announcement early this morning. So may not continue. We may need more news, right? Either announcement that that's not what the FDA is going to do, or confirmation, and then this thing will move again. So it's tougher to trade things where you're waiting on the next news cycle or the next news event, right? Because you just
Yeah.
never know which way it's going to go and when it's going to happen.
Yeah, and it's not like they're. I guess not. Doesn't seem a big deal because they did have a huge gap up here not so long ago, right? It's not like these tickers that are hanging out here, minding their business for years and years on end, and then you get this out of nowhere. Some of these people are probably, hopefully, sitting with a good profit, and now they're back to like break even. Let's hope that's the case. But yeah, look at this. It's just they were just in September. They were down below this $20 price
Yeah.
tag. So not a big you know shock effect. Well, it is a shock, but not as big as others that
Uh,
we've seen for sure.
I have a question out of ignorance, though. Just
Yeah,
in saying this, that the FDA might remove their approval, is the FDA still working? Isn't that a federal agency? Wouldn't these people all be not working? I
it
don't like.
should.
Why are they
I
still
don't know.
finding approvals? Maybe I don't understand. I clearly don't understand the structure there in the U.S., but I would have thought they wouldn't be approving or disapproving anything at this point with all their people sitting at home not getting paid. But
Yeah,
or
yeah, I'm not sure.
maybe they are they considered a critical service? I have no idea. Anybody know? If you know, let us know.
Yeah, good question. But yeah, there's so much
Yeah, they're
involved with
considered a
that.
people die if they don't work agency. All right, so these people are maybe that's why they're pulling the approval because they're all grumpy now.
Yeah, this is not the time to send special requests. You
Yeah,
want to hold off on
yeah,
any special
yeah,
requests and any of that, unless you're showing up with a box of
yeah,
donuts and some morning breakfast and the good donuts, the ones that they make right at the store, not
yeah.
the ones from Dunkin' Donut, the ones that are made fresh, warm that
I,
same morning. Show up with that.
I was reading a thing on the weekend that said that some of the air traffic controllers, they're having so much trouble getting air traffic controllers to come into work because, of course, they're not getting paid, and that they were like offering them gift cards just as incentives to because they can't pay them, but they're like, well, we'll give you gift cards to for groceries if you come into work. Uh,
Yeah,
that that seems unfortunate that
yeah.
it's come to that. But
It really is. Um,
anyways,
again, just I
whoa,
still don't
what's
understand why
going
the
on?
agency
Amazon. What
is with
Amazon,
the
Carlos?
government.
What the
Yeah,
heck? Whoa! It is skyrocketing here.
yeah, good pop for them here. They're
The
joining
heck?
the Infinity Loop circle with Microsoft on with
Oh
Iran.
no. There's a bunch of NVIDIA just shot up too.
Yeah, it's
Something's
man.
happening.
The AI
Is it?
world is alive,
Did we
baby.
do this? Because
Is
we're talking about it?
you know what? I'm
Uh,
just gonna erase my entire watch list. I'm just gonna put AI.
yeah.
I mean, why would you watch anything else? This is just what it is. I'm gonna take this crap off. Put Nvidia. We'll put Amazon because I'm sure something cloud. It's not their Prime. I'm sure something cloud based. I guarantee you.
Oh,
We'll
are
put
you kidding me?
you. Yeah.
Jetang, is that a real headline? I don't see that here yet, but
What is it?
he says that Amazon inks a $38 billion deal with OpenAI to supply NVIDIA chips. Again,
Nvidia,
the
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 Godfather.
the power bar remains firmly plugged into itself. So once again, the money goes in a circle. Oh man,
Just it's
that's
awesome.
nuts.
It's awesome. Awesome. Let's hope Amazon trade like it did last week. It was traded so well. So Amazon doing some stuff here.
What's amazing is
Yeah,
why isn't OpenAI going to IPO?
because then they got to
You
show the
can
numbers.
make
You don't want to do
trillions.
that. No, Peter, I
You can
disagree.
make
You don't want to do that.
trillions.
Then you can see they're not making any money, and it could be very scary to see financials looking so bad while they're trying to get all these deals. Keep that hidden as long as you can. Keep it hidden.
Yeah.
You
There's a
know?
plan for 2027. I think the fund's going to be over by 2027. Yeah, it's the non-profit side doesn't want to. I guess. I mean, maybe there's some altruism still happening in OpenAI. They really think that this is going to change the world. I don't know. Anyways,
Yeah.
it's
No,
a
keep.
registered nonprofit. I see. Yes, well, they definitely have to be registered as a for-profit to be able to go public. So, okay. I forgot about that. You're right, guys.
Yeah.
I forgot that it was officially so it's a nonprofit that in turn though owns like 10% of Intel at this point and is making like, $100 billion deals everywhere. I love it.
Yeah. Sure.
What a crazy world.
Oh man, I tell you. All right, so there it is. Amazon, all-time highs again in a very strong fashion. This is after earnings, after they crushed earnings last week, and just actually earnings was yeah they crushed earnings last week. Yeah, earnings was on Thursday, I believe. Um, and yeah, look at it go. My goodness. All right, Peter, gap down list. What else you like from here? That you want to look at this morning?
Well, on the gap down, I figure we need to talk about Tesla. That's
Yep.
where we were. I mean, obviously, we already mentioned Amazon and NVIDIA. They just got little pumps there, so obviously they got to be in the list. But anyways, on the gap down list, Tesla. Tesla is a little bit lower so far this morning. I don't see any news, and I just like the way Tesla's been trading. It had some good trading on Friday, right? Some good smooth moves. You have to be, you have to be calm and patient to take advantage of it, but there are opportunities there. And there's, I don't know which way Tesla's going to go, right? Because there's a lot of competitive information against them where like some of the Chinese rivals are making, great technological inroads and increases where Tesla has not been announcing technology increases. There's a couple of recalls and no, like and complaints on defects, like apparently the door handle problems, which have been a problem for a while because they've got those like inset door handles that look really cool, but get your car covered in ice and you're screwed because you can't open it. So,
Hmm.
um,
I'm always afraid that my handle's gonna break when it's because I pull it really hard during the winter months. I'm always
rip it
afraid
right
that
off.
thing's just gonna come off, man. I'm like, but
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I apparently, it hasn't really happened, I guess. I don't remember
no,
I
not
haven't
for me.
seen
Yeah.
anything about that, but
No,
yeah, the European sales over the weekend were announced. Apparently they've dropped again in Europe. for Tesla. Sorry, the European sales have dropped for Tesla. So that looks like it might be a strike against them. So it's worth. I just think one way or the other is going to be in play. And don't forget, we always have the fans out there that are pushing it. That being said, I actually really like the styling of the new Tesla. So
It looks good.
it
Yeah.
looks good. So there's
Yeah.
that. But yeah, there's just a lot of stuff going on. It feels like with Tesla, so worth keeping an eye on. And I'm expecting some announcements out of them soon. They've been pretty quiet for too long, it feels like. So we need to hear more official stuff about what they're doing about the robotaxi. We haven't heard much about how they're going to react to the removal of the tax credits in the U.S. for purchase. Like it feels like there's something's got to move. So, anyways, Tesla's on my list, but it always
Yep.
is.
Yep. I have it here as well. And all right. That's pretty much it. Let's go to you guys. See what you guys like this morning. We'll start here in our chat and see what tickers you want us to take a look at. So what do we have here? Amazon, we do have on deck. Microsoft, Microsoft here. Let's see here. Microsoft is actually dropping, actually down a little bit here right now. So that's interesting. And also look at their daily, very interesting. Gap up, sold off, same. Gap down, sold down, gapped up, sold off. So very interesting candles here, all in the red, at least as the intraday activity, right? Whether they gap down or not, intraday have found a way to sell off. And this morning we're going below this previous day close. So that does look interesting to me. I'm going to definitely add that to our list here for Microsoft as well. All right, excellent. Welcome, Jag Dish Shalhan 210. Welcome to Lambos and Garbage Truck family, my friend. As we get rocking and running here. All right, what else, friends? CLSK, yes, we did see that on our gap up list. CLSK, it is showing some volume here, up 2.4 at up 6% right now. So yeah, looking pretty good, Peter. We didn't get a chance to talk about Bitcoin. How is that looking this morning? And CLSK's pre-market activities looking very nice with some decent volume.
Yeah, I mentioned it briefly earlier, but it said Bitcoin prices not doing much. They're sitting below 110,000, but not that far. Like they really haven't gone anywhere over the course of the weekend. So that's why I was surprised to see some of them on the gap up list because it's not like the underlying asset has increased in value. So I'm not sure what's behind that, but it looks like another quiet week, at least at this point, for crypto.
Yeah, so we'll see where it goes there. All right, let's take a look here at what else, friends? NOK. Is this Nokia? NOK. Yeah, this is not really tradable. Yeah, this trade's horrible, so we
it
usually
never trades that well.
end up avoiding it, man. So let's see what else we have here. What else, friends? Looking over in our chat as well. Iraq, yeah, ARAC is probably the best way to say this. AREC is American Resources something. They're up here at 37%. They did pull back a little bit, so they are in play. I have them here on my popcorn ticker alongside this one, CIFR. I moved it down. I think this one, there might be a possibility here. And it's not a low flow ticker either. So I think this one's looking good. It's just trying to make a new high. This could be our Cypher Mining is the ticker. We've seen it plenty of times before. This could be the trade of today for us. That are looking to trade something a little bit more risky. This could be it today. So we'll see. Let's see what else. Amazon we have. NVIDIA we have on deck as well. CLPT, our good buddy Steve in chat. Let's take a look. CLPT. ClearPoint Neuro down 27%. So it's clearly something not on point with them here. 430,000 shares traded right now. Daily dropping. Again, another one that looks like it popped up about a month ago and now kind of dropping down. This looks very similar to the one we just saw, Steve. Are they the same thing? The one that was dropping 66%. Are they in the same camp here? Because man, the timing and everything looks just like it. QURE is the one. Oh, look at that. QURE is down 64%. So yeah, both of these they are combined. Okay, yeah, it makes sense. The timing just lines up perfect, right? They gapped up both in September, and now they're both down big on some. Again, FDA not approving something, so that makes sense. Pick whichever one you like. I think QURE has obviously more volume, probably could trade a little bit better. But if you want something a little bit less active, maybe that CLPT, which is also on our gap down list now. I see it right on here. Could be another option. So, you know what? I know QURE is not something we usually trade, Peter, and it probably won't
No.
give us a whole lot of opportunity, but I will put it on a secondary just to see,
You're
where
going
it
with all the
goes.
popcorn stocks today.
Yeah, the popcorn stickers are in play today for sure. Let's just see what happens.
Hmm.
I want to see if this is an overreaction if we get back up, like the other ticker that had an overreaction. What was that? What was that one, Peter? This was the one that dropped down big, and it was a long after the open. I forgot the name. It was last week, but that was another one we had on
Mhm.
deck that was clearly an overreaction. Is it FI?
I don't remember.
Oh baby, the memory's still working. Yeah, the
Yeah,
brains are
FI.
still
Okay,
working. FI, yeah, it was FI. I think was it this one?
could be. It was one
Yeah,
that we were looking at
yeah,
last week. Trying to
yep.
remember
Here it
what.
is. It dropped big and
Yeah, where
then
they
it,
missed
it
their numbers and.
recover. Yeah, yeah, it was down pretty significant
Mhm.
here. Has been not done much since then, but again, that was one that dropped pretty significant there. All right, I think I'm gonna call it. I think this is good for me. I got Nvidia, I got Amazon, Tesla, and Microsoft. I mean, we're going with big tech and very well-known tickers, given all the news today. Peter, anything else we might have missed before we go to our announcements? We got a little bit of time.
No, I think we got them covered because there's a lot of other stuff that we usually peek at, but I'll let all of our members let us know if things are moving. This is probably a pretty good list. I mean, Amazon and NVIDIA obviously making these moves pre-market give me two good targets that I like to trade anyways. And then,
Yep.
of course, and then Tesla, like I mentioned, those are solidly on my list. And then I don't know, for a secondary, like you said, we'll have to see which of these little one. QBTS, somebody's saying has news. I don't see it doing anything. What's what
Pretty
news
quiet
does
right now.
QBD wave? Uh, Whatever the news is, it's not getting people to trade it. So, all right. Well, Harvey says that QBTS has news. So if you like that, Carlos, I think that we've got some good targets. Again, you don't need too many. It's a Monday. Let's wait for
Yeah,
this market to show us what it's got for today, and it's there's lots of week ahead of us.
yeah,
No
yeah.
need to rush.
Right, absolutely. Rigetti's showing some stuff too. Back to the previous day close after gapping down this morning.
Oh,
Daily looks interesting. So
Oracle's
that's another
dropping.
one that you could look at. Oracle you did mention earlier,
We did
and
talk about Oracle earlier,
yeah,
but I'm seeing Steve's mentioning it in the chat room, and I noticed it has dropped in the last few minutes since
yep.
we mentioned it. Was that our fault? Sorry.
No, did they not get invited to the Amazon Nvidia party? What's going on?
Maybe not.
Looks like Microsoft and Oracle are left out. Looking through the window. That's a shame.
Mm.
Uh, PLTR. Let's take a look at PLTR. You guys did mention this one. PLTR it's been hit or miss. It has not been great, but it has its moments. Obviously, we trade sticker quite a bit. It could be a good secondary. I could put it on a secondary. We can take a look at it. But again, I like what the list I have now, for the most part. All right, friends, let's get to our community events and announcements. Hit that thumbs up over on YouTube if you haven't done so. We're trying to keep up with half of the people viewing, so we're down almost 200 likes. So if we can keep half of the numbers, that'll be awesome. Quick reminder, because I don't think it's on here, but tonight at 7, Peter, I'm doing my trading terminal webinar that we had to reschedule last week for the power outage I had. So tonight at 7
Mm.
p.m. on Trading Terminal, you head over there and you can sign up. We're going to be talking about top tools for traders that are looking to get started in day trading, right? How to get started, what tools are the top ones that you should have, and we'll get into all those details. So yeah, make sure to join us there
So,
again, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Trading Terminal.
so does that mean you're doing back-to-back webinars tonight?
Back to back, baby. So yeah, we're doing it.
Okay. So there you go, guys. If you want a free webinar on tradingterminal.com, you can go see Carlos. That's at 7. And then you could jump over, if you're a new member, to the onboarding session that he hosts every week at Bearable Traders. That talks about the community, what you can expect, and a little, some tips to how you get started on your trading journey. So that'll be at 8. Don't forget, if you're a member, also today we have the order map, which is our Atlas tool in Trading Terminal that Nathan's going to talk about at noon. We've been using it quite heavily here, and I'm starting to get used to including it in my trading cycle, and I like it. I like it a lot. It actually gives good visibility to market order volume and how, I'm getting a feel for how I could better use that to make trade decisions. So if you want to do the same, join Nathan at noon in the webinar room for all of our elite members. So those are the events and webinars that we have going on today. If you want to join us at Bearable Traders, just go to bearabletraders.com and you can find the different membership options. Take advantage of the one that makes sense for you. And you can get started today, whether it's the intro offer or you jump right into the Elite Annual, which is always your best deal. So there it is. Still have our Halloween sale. Are you serious? We are deadly serious.
Very nice. All right, friends, let's get to some levels here, and then we'll see what our team is watching. Then we'll get ready for this market open, which is gonna be exciting. So let's start with NVIDIA. NVIDIA's day looking really nice here, friends. Let's get to some levels. Low of the pre-market right now, sitting at 203.50. So we'll put a level there, and then the high of the pre-market over at 208.55. Not the all-time highs. All-time highs is right over here around 12.20. So you got a daily level off that as well. You're surrounded by the highs and lows for the last 2 trading days. Previous day close towards the bottom. So I don't really think you need to add too many levels here on NVIDIA. And again, looking pretty good, up 2.4 here. Last couple of minutes, we're seeing a slight increase on NVIDIA. And also the next one that we're going to look at now, which is Amazon. So we look at Amazon here. Also a nice pop got going just at 8.55 here. High of the pre-market for Amazon now, which is also your all-time highs, 258.99. I mean, what an awesome pop there. So did we get higher after hours on earnings? No, we did not. That was close to 255. About $3 below. So all-time highs are 258.99 in this pre-market session. Towards the bottom, guys, you're all set. Highs and lows for the last 2 trading days are doing a pretty good job. You don't need these levels here. Don't need them. There it is. Highs and lows for the last 2 trading days, plus the previous day closed down here as well, as we look to continue to break all-time highs into this pre-market session. Next one is Tesla, which again, Tesla dropping below the previous day close, was up this morning at 459.90. Since then has dropped down to 453.80. Again, nice drop into the red this morning. And if you look at the daily here, you're surrounded by many levels, including the highs and lows. Previous day close towards the middle of the high and the low, really right on the middle of the high of the low this morning. And then towards the bottom, just get a couple of levels here in case we do decide to sell off. We have one over at a 451.38, and then I see maybe a slight one, not the best level, 448.34 is another great area to have marked down as well. So that is Tesla. And then last but not least is Microsoft for me. And then Microsoft also, again, Microsoft, Oracle, and some other ones in this tech AI world gapping down today. So they are also in the red. So here's Microsoft this morning, just below the previous day close. Low of the pre-market, 512.93. The top is going to be at 523. And over here, you're surrounded by the highs and lows of the last 2 trading days up here. So do not need to add anything else there. Towards the bottom, in case we lose this low of the pre-market, which, by the way, look at the level you have here. Nice daily level right here, which is the reason why that 523 might be holding. You got a lot of days using this as support and resistance, right? So that lines up pretty nicely there. And then towards the bottom here, we do have a clean level over at 509.88. It's the next level I see off the daily, where you are seeing again major support. Look at that support. Look at these wicks, right? Even the day that we slammed down below came right back up. So again, this support area holding really nice. You definitely want to have that 509.88. Might be actually 510 level down in case we do decide to drop here. That covers it for me. I have NVIDIA, Amazon, Tesla, and Microsoft. Peter, what has the team got on their radar this morning?
Yeah, our team's starting to get their list in. I mean, I think on everybody's list has got to be Amazon this morning. It's moving quite well. Brian has it on his list. He'll also be watching Tesla, NVIDIA, PLTR, and QBTS. Thor's going to be watching his futures contracts, while Mike's going to be looking at NVIDIA and Amazon. Gary's got Tesla on his list. Oh, he's predicting it to the moon. Okay, well, we'll see if he's right.
Mm.
Nathan's going to be watching the Magnificent 7 and AMD as per usual, and Jared's watching PLTR, IREN, Amazon, and Apple. You know, I hadn't looked at IREN myself because it did get a good move here this morning. It might be worth keeping an
Yeah.
eye on because it did get some volume. We'll see what it does. Good volume
Yep.
here this morning. So, and then Andrew hasn't got his list in yet, but I know he's here. I saw him commenting, so he's out there getting ready to trade the open. He's probably going to be looking at a lot of the same stuff we're looking at. He usually has Tesla and NVIDIA. They're two big go-tos for him.
Right.
Maybe Amazon this morning with the movement that's happening. I don't want to predict for him, but those are what's on my list. So I think I'll also be watching AREC as a popcorn stock, and I'm going to add IREN to my list just because. So. Why not? So there you go. That's what everybody's got their eye on. Whatever you trade, trade smart this morning. It's a Monday,
Yep.
right? No need to rush. We got lots of trading ahead of us. You know, you'll find opportunity, whether it's right at the open or slightly later. Just, to go with the flow, man. Don't force anything, and hopefully you can have a great trading morning.
Absolutely. Be water, right? Bruce Lee's
Water.
famous words. Be water. Just go with the flow. THAR. This is rocking, man. 12.5 million shares traded. Every time I look up, it's another million shares traded. I mean, this is wild. So I'm adding that one to the popcorn list. Andrew called that out in chat here on YouTube. So he'll be watching that one as his risky stock of the day. So yeah, careful. Put it on the popcorn side there.
Oh no. Oh no, it's another one of these. They announced that they've received $540 million of private money to be able to establish a coin treasury strategy. This is a new one though. The Canton coin? What the heck? I don't even know what that is. Canton coin. It's not even on like the top 50 cryptocurrencies. What is this? I've never even heard of it. How much is a Canton coin worth? Canton Network. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. Well, you know what? The money is out there to do these crazy things. So
Yeah.
good for them.
They got it. Yeah. One you guys mentioned IREN, IREN, of course, in play, and the people are asking me to do levels first, so we got a little bit of time. We'll do some levels just for those that are going to be watching it. I should watch it. I should put it on my second list. These are the big winners for today, right? They're the ones getting the money to do the stuff from Microsoft, so good deal for them. 78.79 is the high of the pre-market. 78.88 to be exact. You do have a level here on the daily that's worth marking down. Right where the price action is 74.14. Right now, it's just really going sideways. You had the initial pop in this morning, and then all sideways for the last hour or two. I mean, it just has not done much. But hopefully, when the big volume comes in, we can get something out of this. 67.38 towards the bottom. Another daily level as well that can play nicely in the pre-market. And I don't believe we have anything else above that pre-market high. Going back months here, and that is your all-time highs for IREN. So there you have it. I think it is in play today, worth watching. I will be putting this one on the secondary list, but it'll be a very close second. Actually, you know what? We'll put it on the main list. They got the news going today. They're the ones that got the big headline. So let's put it on here. All right, friends, we are all covered here. Andrew and Brian up next here in chat. We're going to let you guys to it. Have an amazing trading day. We'll see you a little bit later. And we're going to continue here on YouTube. You guys have a great one.
Have a good one. We'll be back with you guys soon, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And Carlos and I will continue with our friends on YouTube. Carlos, I got to take a moment, and then we'll get ready for this open because we've got, how long we got here? Where's my...
We got 6.5 minutes, man. We got time.
6.5 minutes. All right.
Yeah.
Gotta make the most. Gotta get my clock up. The disappearing clock has disappeared again, as it always does.
Disappearing clock.
Hey, did you have any trouble with the time turnover, by the way, this weekend?
No, my kids woke up like at 5 something. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Go back to bed. You know, the little bodies is already an hour ahead. So they were ready to start the day early. So we started the weekend Sunday very early. And this morning was great. They were up early for school, much earlier than usual. I'm up at 5 no matter what, but they were up like good. So it was a good experience today. So.
Oh, that's good. All right then. All right. I will be right back.
All righty. When the time changes the other way, that is when we have a rough time. That is when things are not looking good. All right, I got Andrew Scree. If you guys want to see Andrew trade live, you can do so. Head over to bearbootraders.com and you can see Andrew do his thing here live for you, him and Brian. Andrew's sharing his screen right now, and he's actually in TH AR. Wow, look at that entry. All right, here it is. Look at Andrew's entry on this ticker. And that is a massive move, right? So in here, partial added and waiting for the next breakout, which looks like it's about to happen here. 750. There it is. Get up there, baby. 750. There it goes. It's trying. Let's see if it can make it happen. So careful, guys. These stocks are very risky. You got to be very, very careful as you are trading these, right? All right, friends, what else do we have here? I have my trading terminal Atlas up. I also have my trading account up as well with the funded account. So we got that going. And it is so easy to forget to close things out. So yesterday, on Friday, I forgot to close out my position. It didn't go against me. That's good, but it didn't win big either. But I completely forgot. I was done trading with today, and I completely forgot to close the position out. So make sure, guys, if you're trading, make sure you're closing out your positions on the funded account, right? Don't leave them open. They'll close out at the end of the day at 4 o'clock, but definitely do not leave those open. Let's see what we got here. So right now for me, NVDA, Amazon, Tesla, Microsoft, and IREN. I feel like I have a lot on the list today. That's just the primary list. It should be a good day. Here's NVIDIA. Let's get down to Amazon. What else? Tesla, Microsoft, IREN. Just putting my list together, and then secondary list. Awesome. Pretty long here. PLTR, QURE, popcorn tickers, AREC, CIFR, and also THAR. So a couple of popcorn stocks here. And yeah, good to go. Yeah, Rigetti's good. You could watch Rigetti. It's in play. I just have way too many right now on my list to find. I got way too many. But Rigetti's also one that we looked at earlier. I think it looks great. I think if you have the space, definitely add it. I got too much on the list here. Let me bring in some stuff here. So we're set. Let's get our 1 minute.
All right, I'm back.
All right, Peter's back. And here we go. Our 1 minute and our 5 minute.
Andrew trading this crazy Thar company.
Yeah, he's got a good pop there. All right, what do we have? Wow. Beautiful friends, 287 thumbs up so far. That is nice for this time for 9:30. So not bad, not bad. We're on track for our goal of 400 before me and Peter get off this thing. But we have 1,100 people watching. We'd love to be at 5. I would like to keep 5 or 6, but it's hard to keep half of the people watching thumbs up. The ratio, very difficult.
Yeah.
We start off very good, early viewers start off, and then we just kind of just drop off drastically as people log in and they go about their business, get their coffee and everything else. So
I love it how Andrew is never afraid to just jump in on the craziest of things. That's, good for him.
Yeah. That is a skill to stay calm and collected on something like that. I've been in those tickers, man. I feel like I lose 1 or 2 years of my life.
I know.
I'm like, this is not. I don't like this feeling. I don't.
Yeah.
It's I don't like it.
They are
Yeah.
panic inducing. All right, 1 minute. Let's see where we go. I am excited for this morning. I do not have anything lined up for the open. I don't know where we're gonna go. So we'll just have to watch on things and see where they all go.
Yeah, Ben, that's a very good point. It's a very good point. It's a whole different ballgame at that level. I agree.
Yeah, that's true.
Peter's
The
red shirt is an
red-shirted.
indicator. Oh boy,
Oh, I don't know about that.
don't get that in my head. I'm gonna start shorting stuff here.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
I like Tesla moving up pre-market. We'll see what it. I'm actually short bias on Tesla, but I've got to see
Yeah,
some indications. So we'll see what happens here. What's
sure
the?
will.
All right, here's the bell.
There it is. All right, friends. Patience, patience. First day of the week. Let's get
Oh my
settled.
God.
Don't rush into. If you're a new trader, you do not need to go wild. We have a whole day, entire day to find something. So wait for that setup. Jason,
Oh,
look at
oh,
Tesla.
oh,
Tesla's just
I was
like,
too
did
slow
you
on
get in?
Tesla. No, I
Oh
was
man.
looking at it and I thought, should I do it? And I looked over to look at the market atlas. So this is where
Mm-hmm.
Carlos, sometimes, we got to incorporate the tools, but I'm not fast enough yet with it. So I was looking at market atlas, and by the time I look back, like 20 seconds later, it had already dropped from the 456.50 where I saw it at previous day close all the way down $2. So I'm not going to chase it because I just don't know how far it can go. But wow, that would have been good. That would have been a couple of bucks free money right there. But don't Amazon. What is Amazon doing? Amazon is holding here, 257. That's another one. And Nvidia, don't forget, was also an early market mover here. That's also gapping at a nice gap. Sitting up here 209-ish. So yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I am on mute. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I was on mute.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Yep, yep,
wondered where
yep.
you went.
Ah,
All right.
it's
We're
frustrating, man. Missed one here.
Tesla's pushing green now. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I was watching Tesla to see if it. Oh my God, it's oh, Tesla's
Yeah.
a little bouncy this morning.
Mm-mm-mm.
Nvidia, Amazon. I don't I don't know where things are going, Carlos, on anything this morning.
Yeah,
It's
I missed this
and
beautiful tray, man. Ah,
which
it's
one?
okay.
Oh,
IR
Tesla?
yen. No, IR yen, man. It was
Oh,
1 minute
iron.
engulfing. Yeah, iron, and I missed it. I missed it. It went right down
Mm,
to 71, so it's like $1 plus there. So that would have been nice. Let's see.
I don't know. No,
I think it's gonna go lower, Peter. We'll see. It's
yeah,
overreaction.
good.
This thing up 20%. Nah, come on. Give me so much profit taken on this thing. Look at that go. Yes, baby. I'm not in it, but I'm glad I was right.
All right,
uh,
that's good. I like the good feelings.
oh man, that is
That
just
would have been hard. I think that would have been hard to take though. I see what you're looking at, but I don't know.
yeah.
It's not so obvious. Look at the
The,
spike on that opening minute candle. That would
well,
have
that's good. That's the selling pressure, right? Because you want the engulfing, right? So that's the idea.
uh,
The 1 minute engulfing, like
all
when you have
right.
that, it comes right back down like that, and then you engulf the candle. Yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, it's long gone. Let's find something else here. Tesla. Ooh, Tesla's nasty, but trying to do something here. right below the previous day close. Amazon. Can Amazon go any higher? Are we looking to go back to the high of the pre-market,
Pre-market.
258?
Yeah. Yeah. 250. What is the high here? 259, in fact. Exactly.
Oh, look at this overreaction on QURE halted to the top side. Good stuff. Ham Jabata is in it. Are you in this? Are you still in this? Very nice.
Oh.
That is
QETS dropped heavy off the open. So we got things
yeah.
that are moving. Again, getting in on these moves is not always that easy, right? Because it just, yeah, you could pick the wrong direction. So
Yeah.
Andrew got stuck on NVDA.
Oh man, oh man. Wow. Yeah, Rigetti friends. Big drop on Rigetti as well. And it looks like some of the quantum stuff here. THAR garbage. Best trading was in the pre-market. Now it's just falling apart here. So be careful. We see this a lot where the pre-market
Oh,
is the best thing you get. Uh,
yeah. Yeah. THR is a good example of that, right? Where it happened in the pre-market. The other one is AREC. You know that
mm-hmm.
AREC? I mean, look at since
Yeah,
the open, it's really just sort of slowly leaked off. So it could be that all the fun, happened. There's volume,
yeah,
but it's really not doing all that much right now. So,
yeah. No, it's struggling now. But again, from our entry period, you would have $2 in this already, right? So it's you you would have had something out of it. But you're right. I expect this to sell more than what it did right now. Yeah, I'm looking at that
is
one. I'm looking at
AREC?
that go here. CIFR.
Oh, it's not halted. Wow. This AREC, I thought it was halted just looking at the chart because it wasn't moving, but it's not halted. It's just it's just stopped moving. That's weird.
Yep. Let's
Tesla, man. The fans will keep pushing it over 460 now on Tesla.
That is beautiful, beautiful.
Oh,
Dang, I
wow.
feel like I missed everything. I feel like I missed Tesla.
Well,
You know what? I have too many tickers on my list. I'm looking at too many stocks.
I suppose
That's not good.
technically we did miss everything because neither you or I are in a trade right now. But I don't feel bad about that. I
No,
because I
no,
really
no,
don't.
no.
I don't have a lot that would have worked. Apple is dropping right now. A lot of red candles here in Apple.
Yeah. No, day's not over, guys. Yeah, I agree, Beth. I agree. We're only 8 minutes into this, right? So we got plenty
Yep.
of time. Um,
QU QURE reopened and it's pushing
okay.
higher.
Look at that. Overreaction on this 66%. At least that's what the market thinks right now. We'll have to come back and look at this a little bit later. But right now, down 66% when we opened up, and we're bouncing from that pretty nice. That is almost a $7 move at the moment. Almost there. So nice, man. Good trading. So a lot of you guys done for the day. QURE. Very nice. Good stuff. CIFR, yeah, I'm looking at this. It had a nice engulfing 5 minute crack here. So it did pop up, but that entry is long gone now. It's another one that I looked at and miss here. So it's okay. We'll find something. What we cannot do now, when I feel like this, when I feel like I missed some entries already, I can't now be pressured to get in on something. Right? That's the worst thing you can do. Um, and I do get that feeling sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm like, oh man, I gotta jump on something. So I do feel like that a little bit now. We're just gonna chill and just wait for a setup, right? We're not gonna rush anything. So
Ah, EMD selling off towards Friday's close here.
AMD could be uh, a decent play here. It can go either way. It can bounce from the VWAP or it can engulf in a 5 minute towards the bottom here. So it can go either way. The NVIDIA plays hard to get, man. It has been doing that too many times. So not sure. Can go either way here. We'll see. It tries to hold the VWAP and get back
Wow.
towards the high.
Wow, Tesla. 464 on Tesla.
My goodness. Amazon. Ooh, I think I'm liking Amazon short for a 5 minute ORB breakdown below this VWAP here. So let's see how the pullback does. But I do like this here. It's a nice engulfing on the 5 and we loosen the VWAP. You know, I'm gonna go in now because I want a good entry. So 5 minute engulfing here. Usually I will wait for it to retest the VWAP. But let's see if we can get the drop here on this play. So 5 minute engulfing, which also could be a 5 minute ORB as well, right? Clearly. But 5 minute engulfing here. Let's see if we can get the drop. 250, 390 is the next level I have here. That was marked there. So let's see if we can shoot down there. On Amazon, Qs are dropping, so I'm hoping this can push Amazon down if it can help there. Let's see. AMD 5 minute retest looks interesting. I have so much stuff. I even forgot about AMD. We got so much on deck this morning. Quick look on AMD and how we're looking there. We said 5 minute retest. Yeah, I don't love it, I have to say. But it is trying. Yeah, it is trying. All right, so I'm sure Amazon friends looking for a breakdown here. And it's just
Brian
retesting the
short
VWAP.
with you, so
Oh,
that's
nice.
good.
That's good. Brian indicators
He was,
on our side.
yeah, he was short a while before you, so
Okay, so he's got a better
yeah.
entry. Okay. Yeah, it's not looking. This candle would have been so important to go lower here, but it's not. So 256. We don't go back down here. I'll get out of the trade because then it could be a bounce off of VWAP. Yeah, we're gonna get out of this. It's not looking good. All right, we'll hop out of it. We can always come back, but not looking good there. I'm not sure what Brian's entry is, but I'm not staying on this one for now. I still think it's a short. I think this pop this morning is overreaction. I'm gonna go short once we can get back below the VWAP. So we'll see. I might have got out.
Did you track trading terminal and what it was showing you, the Atlas?
No, but I might get out too early. I got out too early. I'm gonna get back in. I got out too early on this thing. Yeah, I could. I mean, I got out on my stop. I had to get out, but this thing is gonna drop. This thing is gonna drop. My trading sucks today. By the way, Mondays are my worst days as far as Interactive Brokers goes. My worst days are Mondays. So we'll see.
I don't know.
Let's see, JC Trader. I think that's gonna change. I think Amazon's gonna give in. I think that's gonna change. The chart on Amazon and TT is different from yours. Let's see.
I was contemplating going with you short on Amazon, but I didn't.
No, we have to wait. Yeah, no, we gotta wait for the
No,
VWAP
well,
to lose.
it just came up through the stop that I would have set. So I guess I'm glad I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't. So
No, not yet. We gotta. Although I could feel as much as I want, it's gonna be sure. We gotta wait for the setup. Yeah, for sure. But I'm glad you didn't take that. So Amazon, you said Amazon is different? I don't think so. Let's see. Amazon. No, man, it looks
Uh,
exactly the same as my live account. So, right?
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, on the 5 minute, make sure you have the same time frame, but the 5 minute looks the same. What about the 1 minute?
Oh, shoot me. Pardon me. All right.
Yeah,
What
the one
are we
minute
going to get?
also looks the same, and I'll show you here. So just make sure you refresh. Maybe you got to refresh or something, but here's uh my 1 minute.
Tesla.
It looks very similar to what Interactive Brokers has. All right, let's see here. NVDA not doing anything. Uh, Rigetti never recovered. MVP. No, you didn't miss it. I think that's coming up this week. Um, and I'll ask Mike. Mike is one that knows all this stuff, man. He keeps track of. But I think it's this week, and I hope it's uh earlier in the week than later, because there's a lot of people waiting for this webinar. So um, I hope it's sooner than later. So I'll ask. I'll ask and find out. Actually, my Mike might even be here in chat. That's a big webinar. It's funded account
Tesla.
webinar sometime this week. We'll get the confirmation for you guys. Peter, have you taken any trades at all or no?
Nope.
Nothing. Nothing yet. Okay.
No, not yet.
Tesla's beautiful, guys. PLTR
Tesla.
messy.
Tesla just hit a new high of day. Andrew was in for that, so that's
Yeah.
a good move for him.
All right, here it is. Amazon. I'm waiting for the short. I'm waiting for the short on Amazon. Uh, um,
Mm.
you don't deserve to be up here, but that's not a trading plan. May 2 to 1 already on Tesla and funded account. Very, very nice. Very nice.
467, yeah.
All right. Waiting to see. Here's Amazon back at the VWAP.
Oh my goodness. Andrew's getting the move higher on Tesla. He took that pullback and he's
Very
trading it higher.
nice.
Good on him. Wow. Look at Tesla go. Wow, wow, wow. Well, I was wrong about Tesla being short, so it means for me it's just a good decision to stay out of it. So it's really moving now. Is this all-time high? No. 470.75. Oh, and it's been higher than that.
Ooh, Tesla.
Tesla, yeah.
Oh my God, look at this. This is trading so well today. Tesla. Very, very nice. Put it on here, Tesla. Oh, gotta click on it. Me, it doesn't get cleaner than that, friends. That is a very, very clean
Why
Tesla
can't I get
chart.
more? Oh, here we go.
Wow. All right, let's go short
So
Amazon
what's
on
the
my.
all-time high here? 488.53. 54.
Oh,
Okay.
I always make this mistake every single time.
What's that?
It's the highlighting of the charts, right? So I wanted to go short Amazon, and I have Tesla highlighted, and I went short Tesla, which will never do
Oh.
that on the funded account. The funded account, and not
You
yeah,
know,
on the
I
funded.
again, if you keep making the mistake, then maybe you need to change something. What you should do is just change it so you only have one chart. Then you can't
Yeah.
make that
How do
mistake.
you? I have to do that. Yeah. Let me get out of Tesla, but I do have to do it because I keep making the wrong one again. What you should do? You should only
Yeah.
select. No, no. It's my mistake. The system is fine. I'm the one messing it up. All right, but let's focus in on this one here. I am looking for. Oh, the volume just died down on Amazon. I want to take it short again, but I don't feel cozy.
I mean, I changed mine so that I just have the one chart, so that
I'm
way
I'm gonna
I
I'm gonna
don't
do
can't
that.
make
Yeah.
that mistake.
Yep. Yep. I mean, it might work in my favor here, though, right? So let's see.
Uh,
Let's see. If we get down to
Actually,
465, we'll
right
take
now,
it.
Tesla does look
Yeah.
like a short.
It
So,
looks like it might work out here, guys. Let's see. We get down to 465, we'll take it. Um, but on a serious note, I am gonna go back short on Amazon, friends. Back short on Amazon here for the breakdown of this 5 minute range that I tried to take earlier. And let's see if now we can get the flow going here. So hopefully 253.90. That's the short. I feel like I have to sneeze. Like it comes and it goes. Am I gonna sneeze or not? Like just get it over with. Like it's just
I know
stuck
how that
there.
feels.
If you're gonna do it,
Uh,
do it. You know. So we'll see.
how do how do I add another chart? I don't know how to do that.
All right. So how do I remove the chart, Peter? Here. I right
You're
click or something.
you've gone staticky again there, Carlos.
Hmm.
I know it's sometimes your mic. All right. I'm watching Tesla here. Tesla's I don't know if it's a short or not yet. It looks like it could
Okay.
go either
Hopefully
way,
that's
so
better.
that's not good. Yeah, you sound better right now, yeah.
Okay.
And,
Awesome.
and look at AMD did end up going red, so a good short on AMD today. That would have been a good drop. I'm not trading any of these. Apple's had a very much a down day. I mean, the markets overall are down, right? The Qs and the SPY
Yep.
are lower. Tesla's the only thing that's really sort of bucking the trend and going higher this morning, which is interesting. So, Tesla. Tesla way up here. Tesla is just ridiculous.
Ooh.
Oh
All right.
my
We
goodness. Oh
we
my
got out
goodness.
of our error
Tesla.
trade.
That just blows my mind. Tesla
Yeah,
going
it's
that much
yeah,
higher.
doing well, man. It's doing well. All right, so we're out of that trade, that error trade, and we're back into the trade that I wanted to take on Amazon short, on the funded account. And I'm also trading that one in my actual account here. So let's see. I'm looking for 253. See if we can get the drop here. So CIFR is another one. Yes, that's one that I missed earlier. Yeah, we would have not been on this move though, because it did pull back after that. So um we would have had this breakout here. We would have had 24, and then either a couple of parts and stopped out of break even. So
Oh.
it pulled back too deep for people to survive. So that was not good. Microsoft, Tesla, man. Oh goodness. Amazon, can you do
Oh.
something? Can you do something for us? Oh man. NC Trader short Tesla. Oh, you're playing the quick weakness, hopefully for a pullback there. Careful, careful. Short AMD. JC Traders going long. Got out of Tesla too soon. It's so easy to do that now, right?
Yeah,
Trust me, we all been there. If you're
not
partial
enough
or
funds.
you have a set target, yeah, it's so easy for that to happen. I mean, this stock is up almost $15 from the market open. You don't quite expect that in such a short period of time, right? Tesla can do that for sure, but in such a short period of time, we don't expect that. All right, Amazon, let's give some of these gains back. Come on, let's go back to 253.90 from your massive gap up into the all-time highs here. All right, Tesla's looking. You might be whoever went short Tesla. You might looking a little toppy here. Little. Again, we don't know. These reversals are very hard to trace. So, props to those that can trade it, get in on something that's like a freight train going the other way. Um, but yeah, let's see. It's feeling the pressure. Oh, there it is. Feeling the pressure. Little sell down. Peter's quiet. I think he's in on Tesla too.
Uh,
Peter, you're in on Tesla?
I was short Tesla, yeah, but I was doing it in the funded account just to see how it works.
Okay.
Where's my stop loss to break even now? Let's see what happens. I was just playing around with it just to see
Yeah.
what would happen. So, oh,
All right.
all right, done playing with that. I know
Alicia,
this is
yeah.
not. It's a
Yeah.
little Tesla's a little uncertain here as to where it wants to go. I think it's actually going to just pull back a little bit, but it's been so strong this morning. It's
It has. Yeah.
not a good enough signal up here, and I would have expected it to have dropped faster. So it's a little concerned that it hangs out here this long. So I'm not going to risk anything.
Well, I think that if you gotta, let's see, it's popping up now. Let's see what it does here. If it's a retest or if it breaks through. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
new high. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. New high.
yeah.
Wow.
That's why I got out. See,
Yeah,
I know,
these.
I
Yeah.
know what it feels like when it drops, and that was not it. So
Yeah,
just
yeah.
got out.
That's tough. Amazon still hanging out here. Hasn't really broken down towards that 254 area. It is making new lows, not making a new high, so that's good. Doing it very, very slowly. Um,
Mm.
just hoping that we can get a quick flush because the longer it hangs out here, the longer it starts to think it can turn around and go back up to the VWAP and high of the day. So I want to get this move very quickly. Man, Tesla. Wow. Wow. It's up 3.3
Yeah.
for the day. And what a
Tesla,
what a play.
crazy. Yeah, it's motoring. So
That's
my wife took me to one thing, Carlos, I
yeah.
always amazes me about my wife. She is like 4 foot 10 3/4, right?
I know.
So
I met your wife. Yeah.
she's a tiny, I know, she's a tiny lady,
Yeah.
but she is very, very strong. So she loves her favorite exercise is actually powerlifting. She likes to lift. So she
Yeah.
took me to her gym on Saturday and we did a workout routine. It was all legs. And I'm telling you, my legs are killing me. That was Saturday morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
My legs are so sore. I can't handle it. And I'm 6'1" and outweigh her by like 60 pounds or like 60,
Yeah.
70 pounds. And I was doing the same that she was, the same weight.
Yeah.
And she was kicking my ass. And
Yeah.
she's fine, right? And I am just, my legs are so sore.
And that was
It's
yesterday.
crazy. That was Saturday.
Saturday. Okay, I was gonna say the second day. If that was yesterday, wait till tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah,
The
no,
second
yeah,
day is
because
where it
yes,
comes in.
yeah, I know.
Yep.
It's hitting me. It hit me yesterday. Yeah, I've been stretching. Don't worry about that. But it's yeah, I'm always amazed at how strong she is. So
Yeah.
as I keep, only semi joke. She is a mama bear, and at her core. And I'm convinced if a car flipped over and one of her children, even though they're adults, one of her children was stuck in a flipped over flaming car, she would lift the car. Like there's
That mama
no doubt in
strength
my
comes
mind.
in. Yeah, yeah.
Oh
No
yeah,
question.
no doubt in
Yeah.
my mind.
No.
So
Uh, no, don't send it again. I got you. I sent some out this morning, but I think I didn't get to yours. But I did send out some ebooks this morning because I just during the weekend I had no time. So I I was way too busy during the weekend. But I do have your email, Bush Shang. So yeah, we'll get yours very very soon today actually. But I did send some out this morning, and there's not much left on the list. So by today, I'll let you know tomorrow for sure, everyone. If by today you don't receive it, um, then resend your email because I don't have it. All right, Amazon's going at my break even now. Um, let's see if it's the last breath before we drop down. What are we doing here? My stop above VWAP. Let's see what Amazon does here. So a question asks, so someone is long Tesla and they are taking partials. Should they be aggressive on their partials? It depends what your entry is and what your strategy is, right? So obviously you have a partialing strategy, which is great. If you have a lot of cushion, I tend to be less aggressive with the partials. If I don't have a lot of cushion, let's say you just got in 470 on that drop, you want to be careful because you're not late to the party. We don't know when this party's going to end, but if the party's going to end anytime soon, you want to make sure you get you get your drinks in before they call the last call. So it all depends on that. Now, what I like to do is, let's say I took 100 shares of something. I get rid of 50% into profits as not as fast as possible,
I
but as effectively as possible, right? And then leave 50 to. I'm okay with 50 coming back and stopping at break even. I'm okay with that, right? But you have to find what works for you. Go ahead, Peter.
I'm short Tesla up here. I
Okay.
saw reversal
Yep.
signs. Uh, took a partial already. We'll stop at break even now. We'll see if we how far we can go here, but
All right, Amazon. Come on, Amazon. Give us something. Give us our money back. And then drop here. Make me look good in front of people so they can hit the like button and I can go about my day. Like, why are you giving me such difficult time? Right, Peter? That's all we try to do every day.
stop giving
Right?
me a hard time.
Why are you giving me a hard time? Making me look
Yeah,
bad here in front of my friends.
yeah.
You know? Kids would do that. Kids would be like, kids will make you look bad in front of your friends. Uh,
Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is
let's
getting better.
see. Good job there. Um,
Playing with trying to figure out how this trading terminal works here. Just playing with it. There we go. I should have done this in my live account.
yeah, yeah.
Oh well, just playing with it here.
Let's see. AJIT. I think your name looks familiar. I think I might have an email from you on Friday. Was it Friday? Long email, what webinars, something like that? Was it about the webinar we had? I think you were in our. I think you were in our power outage webinar, right? Is that what it was? The name sounds familiar, but I'll have to check. Let's see here. Amazon is just toying with us, man. It's like it's gonna drop, it's not gonna drop. It's just playing games. T. Thomas, it would be awesome if they could fix your name. Is that your birthday? 0987, September 1987? Um, that's what I would have done. There it is. Or was that randomly selected by YouTube?
Yeah, could
8263.
be just a random number there.
Yeah. If this was the
Mm.
1990, this was definitely your birthday. There's no question. That's what we all did. That's what we all did. We all put our birthday or the last four of the social. That's what we all did. I'm so bad at the security stuff. Like the pin to my debit card is the last four of my social, right? Like it's that's so bad. I gotta change that, especially now that I said it here. But uh, definitely so bad. It's not what they recommend.
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah,
I like to make words or sentences out of my passwords. It helps me
yeah,
remember them.
yeah, yeah,
So like I would if I wanted to do I do like, Carlos is great. So but I do like lowercase c, tilde
mm,
for the A, capital R, do a
yeah,
one for the do a 10 for the LO, S could be a dollar sign, then
yeah,
I type is and then GR8. Something like that. Like something that no one will ever.
yeah. It's
I mean,
tough.
it's the
Yeah,
at least I have a chance of remembering it.
yeah. I
But
have everything now on the Apple password thing. They create some really tough passwords, man. Now I always think about it, right? I got tons of passwords in there. If somebody ever logs into that, they have everything. Like if somebody breaks down into the Apple Password app, we're done.
yeah, yeah,
All the
yeah.
passwords are there. All the accounts, Chase Bank of America, Interactive Brokers. It's all
Well,
there. It's all there.
it's It's true. And there's a lot of them, especially when you know you're using an app just on your phone and it recommends a password. You don't even know what it is. You're like, sure,
Yeah.
I'll take your recommendation. And then it loads it
Yeah.
in because it's always something weird, a whole bunch of weird characters and
Yeah. Some
everything.
dashes and everything else. Yeah.
Yeah, like you don't even know what your password is. I have no idea. So,
Mm-hmm.
anyways. All right, I'm still sitting in the simulator account, in the funded trading account. I'm still short Tesla. Got a good entry here. What is my entry? 473.09.
Nice.
So I can here's my simulator account. I haven't played with this too much. You can just see here. I actually couldn't take that many shares. I could only take like 100 shares of Tesla. I tried it. I said, let's take 1,000 shares, and it's like you don't have enough money. I'm like, oh, I'm not used to that. So, oh, I
Yeah.
forgot. I put it up on my screen, but I actually have to share the screen, or you guys can't see it. So, oops. So there it is. There's my
All right. There's that.
trading terminal funded account.
Very nice. Very nice.
Just I only have 20 shares left because I was just playing around with the partials.
Mm.
Uh, so
This Amazon's taking
I'm busy
forever.
flexing on you. Yeah, well, I guess it was. I didn't mean that. Sorry, guys. It's you just sometimes you just say things. I'm just, Anyways. All right.
Oh, I see what you did. Okay. So Thomas says, no, it's not my birthday. It's the last four in the number keyboard, 0987. Okay, yeah. Good. There it is.
Huh. Okay. There
Not
you
as
go.
random, but random. So,
Uh, what are you?
uh,
Are you still short Amazon, Carlos?
I am. Yeah, I'm here just
Let's see. Let's see
waiting.
what you're doing.
Yeah, so here's my
Yeah.
my first stop out. Here's my second entry.
Okay.
And we're just trying to get to at least 1 hour before the first part. So we did hear very quickly, but I was not quick enough. I wasn't looking at it. Um, so we'd like to see if this downtrend is going to continue. We are making new lows every once in a while here, so but it's taking too long, man. So I'm getting impatient because usually when it does this, you can start getting like what's happening right now, getting comfortable to get back to that VWAP, right? So we're not dropping fast enough with a new low for this one. So Yeah, it is very, very slow. Um, so we'll see. See, I don't like this here. Just drop up to the break even. Do not like that there. This took way too long to do anything. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. The VWAP. I'll keep my same stop, which is we're trying to get at least 1 R out of this, but it didn't happen. Oh, that's a big move on Amazon. I have to get out actually.
Oh yeah, Amazon popped up. I was gonna go
Yeah.
long on AMD at the low here again in the funded account just for fun, and it did move up
Yeah.
over previous day close. So that would have been about a
Mm-hmm.
$1.50 move from where I was contemplating the entry.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's
Let's see.
too bad that I missed
Amazon's
that.
gonna. If it doesn't come back below the VWAP, we'll get out. Our stop is on 250 here, whatever this level is. I don't want to go in above these area. These guys here is the last support we had, last resistance we had. So don't want to go in above that 256 50s or so. So if it goes above that, our thing is not in place. So we stopped out before too. So we'll see if we can hold below that. We'll see. I don't have it. I don't have any good hopes that this thing is gonna go lower. I think if it does, it just might come right back down to this area. So if we get it 255, I'll take a lot of it out because it's just not doing anything. It's really struggling to break down lower from this right at 255. Right at 255 seems to have a lot of support. Yeah, here's my stop. We'll get out of cover here. Yeah, we'll get out of Amazon. I don't think it's I don't think it's a long, and I don't think it's a short. I think it's just stuck. And I'm playing the bottom range and getting stuck every time it goes to the bottom range.
So I can put a stop at break even. Can I? I can't put a stop where I want, eh?
No, 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 you could.
How do I define my own stop?
You go to stop loss and then you put a price in.
Oh, here. Oh, I see. Sorry.
Yeah,
I
the drop
missed that
downs.
little drop down. Yeah.
Yeah, yep.
So let's try it here. Let's put in 473.02 just for.
Yeah.
So let's cancel this.
No, a limit order. No, a
Let's
limit
put
order might
a
not work as you think of it because
buy.
the limit order will actually probably get you filled at the
Huh.
better price, right?
Stop
Because
loss. Stop.
if you put the
Uh,
price lower than the price is at, well, interactive brokers will work like this, right? If you put a limit order at $10 and the price at 12, well, they'll fill you at 12 because they figure, hey, this is a better price. You're gonna make more money, right? So you gotta have that stop, I think, first. Um,
a limit. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't. It doesn't look like there's enough criteria in the limit order. Don't you need to put a range normally? Huh.
uh, no, because this will be
Anyways.
just a stop. This will be just like without the range. I know what you're talking about with interactive brokers. This will be without it. Yeah, yeah.
Huh. Okay. Well. Anyways,
I mean,
still
technically,
hanging
you're gonna
out
get
in Tesla.
filled. It's not gonna go check to see if there's enough shares at that price. It's just gonna get filled, right? It's not going
Right.
against actual market. No, Ivan, I did not see Fight Club, but I had good reasons. I was watching the World
What?
Series, right? I was
Oh,
watching
I
the World
forgot to ask
Series.
you.
Yeah, I was watching the World Series, so all my TV time was caught up with the World Series, right? So I only have a very limited amount of TV time for the week, so that's
Or
a good
guys,
excuse.
guys, maybe he did actually watch Fight Club and he's embodied the first lesson of Fight Club or the
Oh
first rule.
yeah, hey, first rule, you don't talk about Fight Club, right?
Yeah, right. So maybe he just can't tell
uh,
us.
oh man, that'll be a true true fan there for sure.
There you go.
Oh my goodness. All right, so Amazon might actually be going higher here. Nice VWAP retest. I don't trust Amazon for anything. All right, let's see here. You guys mentioned AMD. AMD coming up to the VWAP. Uh, could be something. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah,
All right.
I have to watch it for sure. Bad day for me. Pissed. Done for the day. Good luck, boys and girls. George, sorry to hear that, man. It's a good day. It's just we just had bad picks, but yeah, man, it happens, right? Back into trading. Uh,
Oh.
I'm also 0 for 2 here, so it's not great. Um, to start the week, but
Oh. Look at
we'll
that.
get something. We'll get something.
Stop loss. 473. Oh. Two. Oh, you got to be careful about putting the right size. I forgot about that. Okay. Look
Why?
at
What's
that.
up?
Oh no, just again, just learning how to use a new tool. It's fun actually because I haven't traded with
Mm-hmm.
a new tool in so long. Like I'm so used to the way my DAS configuration sets up. Like I
Mm-hmm.
didn't even think when I set the stop loss, I forgot to change the size because I'm used to it automatically going to my order size. But here you have to hit the P button
Yeah.
to get your position size. And anyways, I like the partial percentage buttons so you can partial like 10, 25, 50%. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah. Just got to make sure because sometimes yeah, I think it defaults to max. So if you come in, oh, maybe not, I
Mm,
don't know, but a few times I come in, I hit max by mistake and it bought like a boatload of shares. Like on BYND, it bought like 5,000 shares at
right.
$6. Like realistically, I would never do that, you know? Um,
Right.
but yeah,
Yeah.
just gotta be careful with that. But yeah, I like that. Amazon back below the VWAP. Agree. Yeah, you bet on the wrong horse. It happens. We do that all the time. And again, it's just you gotta
Yep.
limit them. Who mentioned that? Thomas. Gotta limit your red days. If you're able to do that, this is no big deal. I'm 0 for 2 right now. I'm not worried. You know, we're gonna get it during the week. It's okay. You know, red days are part of it. So, and a red day, especially if you're a new trader, a red day at the beginning of the month, beginning of the week, beginning of whatever you're starting, beginning of your first trading career, does not
There we
determine
go.
the rest of your career at all. Nowhere near it. You know,
There,
because I remember I
there we
had those
go.
feelings. It has nothing to do with that, right? So there it is, Tesla drop for those that played it.
Yeah.
Uh, very nice.
Hey, I'm gonna try and play this like I would if I was in my live account here,
Yeah,
which means I'm gonna take a partial here.
very
Oh,
good,
did I
very
take a
good.
partial? Why did I not take a par? Oh, you know why? Stop loss. Ah, sorry.
Yeah, yeah,
Gotta reset
and
everything here.
yeah, and it's fun. That's why I play around with it. It's a lot of fun. The fun that account.
Yeah.
And take a
I
look
know, you
at the
gotta remember
journal. The
how to.
journal's nice too. Like the journal, the way they have it set up is pretty cool.
So if I take a position, does it cancel my stop order? No, what happened?
Mm. Uh-oh. Oh, Tesla, Tesla, Tesla. Up Microsoft's dropping. NVDA back above the VWAP. Yeah, MVP. Wait for the webinar so you have everything all set. It is it's nice, man. It's nice. It's done a really great job with the funded account. The journal looks awesome. Um, and they got some rules in there. They added commissions now, so it makes it feel as real as possible, right? And that's the idea. So, and the whole idea is if you're able to make money there, stay profitable, um, you potentially are ready to go to a to trade your own money on the live on a regular account, right? And being realistic, right? Not over leveraging and doing crazy stuff, right? The journal's at the top right. So if you go to tradingterminal.com on the funded account, you go over to sorry, top left. It's on the left.
Oh.
So click on journal. You'll be able to see your stats, which is really neat. Really neat. You see the P&L, you see the average, your trades, and yeah.
Wow, this reflects my like real account pretty good. I'm looking at the journal data here in Trading Terminal, like you said, and
Mhm.
or sorry, in yeah, in Trading Terminal, and it's I have 9 trades I've taken in the simulator. Only 2 were long trades, 7 were short. That feels about right.
Feels about right. Yeah, yeah.
Uh, Average winner is $59. Average loser is $18. So okay, that's good.
Yeah. They got the
Uh,
ECN fees now. They got the commissions on there now. So they got all kinds of stuff there.
my Yeah, my win rate 75%. It's all
Yeah.
daily win. Oh no, that's the daily win. Win percentage. Oh, it's 55%. Sorry. So I've won
So
5
you,
and lost 4. Interesting.
yeah. So you
Interesting.
can load up your personal journal. Like
Oh,
you can upload your Dash Trader Pro trades in there, and you can see. Let me show you here. Dun, dun, dun. And again, I'm not sure if this feature is you can see it, but if you go to your personal account, you can come in here and you can load up your Dash Trader Pro files in here. So you're able to do that, right? So you can get the journal features that you would on Trading Terminal, right? So you can do that. So yeah, check it out. Check it out. Check it out. And it's pretty neat. It's really neat. Apple breakout. Let's take a look. Apple. Oh, we didn't mention Apple at all today. Apple had a nice short
oh,
sell
see,
off here.
it took it right away. Huh. Oh, I didn't want to take that partial. Well, learning how it works.
Microsoft, Tesla, Amazon, NVDA.
Fun, fun, fun.
Yeah.
All right. A new 9 to 5 gig. Wow. All right.
Who's got the new 9 to 5
Good luck
gig?
in the new
Who's
job.
leaving us? Don't leave us. Who's this?
You know what? That's good because it's good to have a job, something to fall back on. Makes the trading less stressful.
Yeah. Mm. Ah, 9 to 5. Okay, okay. But you're in the West Coast or you're starting today and it's still not 9? Must be in the West Coast. That's perfect. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it.
Amazon. Amazon's not really going anywhere, is it?
It's not doing anything, man. Yeah. Ah, having a boarding meeting at 8 a.m. Well, good luck, man. Glad to hear that. You see there's jobs out there.
The scanners? I do in Trading Terminal. I think there's videos on how to use the scanners. Haven't we created those, Carlos? I know we were
I
talking about
I
that.
hear Nathan has done a couple of these of Trading Terminal and
Yeah.
Atlas and all of that. I don't know if there's one
Let me
specific spot where everything is. I'm not sure. We gotta ask uh
let me let me check it out here.
we gotta ask
Uh,
the leaders. I would think they're on there already on YouTube.
Market Atlas Essentials, Bookmap Essentials. Uh,
Amazon. All right, third time's a charm. Do I really want to do this?
Huh.
Yeah, no, we hear you, and yes, we do have to do if we don't have it already, which I believe. Where are you checking, Peter? YouTube?
No, I was checking in Trading Terminal.
Oh,
See if there is a. See, oddly, there doesn't seem to be one for scanners that I can see.
does Trading Terminal have their own YouTube account? Trading Terminal.
No, not that I don't think so.
No, they don't. Okay. Yeah, we'll. Me and Peter are not aware of it, but I want to say I'm sure there's. Oh, but look, there's how to use the scanner. Oh, this is old though. Oh, it looks so much better now. Eamon has something from like 2 years ago. Wow, Train Terminal's been out for some time. Actually, no, this is a good video. Let me send you this. This is a good video because these settings have not changed. These are the same, right? So here's a video from Eamon when it comes to scanners, right? Scanners on Trading Terminal video. So this video is still good. He goes over on the settings. This has not changed, right? All this year. So take a look at this. Is how to do the filters, how to set it up. So he's got a nice video here explaining everything. Alerts. We got alerts. I didn't know we had alerts. Okay. So take a look at that. It's a lot of information on there. That's still a very good video for you to use.
Oh, Carlos, I should have taken this Tesla trade in my live account. Oh well.
I've done a few of those, and I'm like, why did I take some on live account? And this is making so much money.
That's all right.
Is happening?
It's going well. At least that's good. You know, I had the right trade. I was playing around in Trading Terminal, and I said, oh, let me just take it here. I still haven't taken a live trade today, but that's okay. I've taken two trades in Trading Terminal. Both worked out. Both shorts on Tesla here. Here they are. In case you're. So I only have 10 shares of Tesla. This is fun. I have 10 shares left, $57 worth of unrealized P&L. I'll wait for it to get to VWAP here, and then I'll take. Let's just take half off. I'll take 5 shares off. Why not?
Yeah.
You can trade with any size. That's one thing I always reinforce to people who I'm training and trading with, right? People sometimes are apologetic that, well, I only took 10 shares. Who cares? I don't care. Take 10 shares, parcel them one at a time. I don't care, right? Because if you can do that consistently, then you'll be able to size up. Next time, maybe it'll be 15 shares or 20 or 30. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing. So don't feel that just because, sometimes you watch Andrew and he's taking thousands of shares or something, it makes you feel like, I'm not a real trader unless I'm taking massive size. That is absolutely not true.
Not the case at all. Yep.
Yeah. There you go. Rami says that's your normal size. That's great. Nothing wrong with that. Andrew's like all confused on options here because he's like, he just traded one contract of an option and he made $130. And he's like, so I made $130 only using $500 of buying power. And he's like, yes.
Options are powerful, man. Powerful. Yeah. I messed around a little bit with them, and I was surprised too how much I'm using for like one contract or whatever. It's so little, and how much you can leverage. It's crazy. But you got to know what you're doing, right? I don't know how to trade options, but This is why when we go to these webinars, these meetings, options traders will come over and say, "Why do you use options? Why do you trade equities? Options could make so much more." But I get that, but you gotta know what you're doing. You just can't just be going nuts there. And the few time period, that's something scary that happened to me, and I didn't lose money on the trade, but I got this what they call it. I woke up this morning, got a letter from my interactive broker saying your position has been closed. They have a name for it. It was not
Oh,
scheduled to end like for another week
uh,
or two. Thankfully, my position was in the green, but I'm like,
okay.
man, that's scary. You can just close my position whenever you want because somebody wants back something. What's the name of that, guys? You guys know what this is? No, not margin call. No, it's just different. There it is. Exercise. No, not expired. Like the
Yeah.
expire was another like a week or exercise or a sign, something like that. It's a weird terminology. Basically, whoever wants the units wants them back. And
Oh,
my position was at a in profit, so I'm okay. Okay, I made money. But what if at the time it was not in
right.
profit, and now you're gonna take my shares and I'm gonna lose money, even though my expiration is 2 weeks out? I ain't like that. So I'm like, all right, you know what? The fact that I was not aware of that, it's not good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I stopped trading options until I figure it out completely.
And somebody asked, why don't we use TSLL? There are leveraged products out there for, a lot of stock, different offerings like Tesla and NVDA and others. And you can. There's nothing wrong with that. I just, I don't know. I normally, the leverage is not a big concern of mine. So I guess I'm just not focused on it, and I'm comfortable with stocks, right?
Yep.
As opposed to using the actual ticker. I'd rather be in Tesla than a leveraged product. I'd rather be in NVIDIA than the leveraged product.
Yeah.
Probably, probably no good reason for it, to be honest, but
Yeah, and it was not a margin call. You can't get I'm not gonna get margin called on one contract, and I was only trading one contract at a time because I'm not gonna risk on something I don't know what I'm doing. And again, the when they closed, it was profitable. It was at a profit, so it was not like it was going against me. But it was very weird. I didn't know they could do that. Um, so like on equities, that would never happen. They would never close your position unless something really horribly goes wrong. They're closing the company down and some craziness, but they would never do that on like a regular
right.
ticker, right? Unless obviously you're over leveraged and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. That's a whole different story. Oh, all right, here. Looking at Amazon, I think it's gonna go lower, but I'm not gonna touch it. But I should. I should trade it. I should go short again. I should. Because now will be the time where I don't take it and it drops all the way down to 252.
Oh, oh, sorry. Should I keep showing the simulator? I don't know
Yeah,
what
so,
you guys are watching.
I was just watching Amazon. I mean, Andrew and the boys are gonna be up here shortly. Uh, but Amazon
Yeah.
is right to that 252. Ah, good stuff. Good stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But the funded account, I could show it on the funded account. But I also want the real account. No, it does, man. They're able to exercise their something, and they can take it back. They're able to do it. Oh yeah, they're definitely able to. And I gotta look up the right terminology, but it's happened. It happened to
Yeah,
me.
I can't remember. I know if you can sometimes get assigned if you let them expire, right? They could in theory assign you because it's an option to buy, right? Or an option to sell. That's basically what options
Right.
are. So they could say, all right, well, your option has been exercised and you either bought or sold the shares, which
Yeah.
would put you long or short the stock at the end of it.
Right.
So
Right.
usually you want to sell them before they're exercised, right? All right, we've got our friends coming on over, Carlos.
All right. Let me get their Everything else set over here, audio and all that good stuff. And yeah,
I'm
I'm not gonna take any more trades. I'm gonna call it for the day and just take it easy.
I'm still
Next
short
tomorrow.
Tesla as we sit here in my funded account in trading terminal.
Very
Just playing
nice.
with that.
Morning,
So,
everybody.
hello,
Good
Andrew.
morning, friends. How are you?
Morning.
Sir.
I was listening to you, do the mental gymnastics to understand options. It was
Uh,
it was great.
I know. I cannot believe that I made $130 with only using $500 buying power. This is the first time that I'm actually messing around with it, and I think it's very dangerous. So this is my
Yeah.
trade today, guys. So this is my trade. I did a loss on NVDA. I had some good trade on THAR in the pre-market. Tesla was the good trade that we did. And I did my first SPX call options and I made $130 with only $500 buying power. So I'm super excited about that. And the only position that I have right now is Tesla. I have 1,000 shares of Tesla left. And I want to see if it can hold the VWAP goes up to 474 or not. But before that, I'm going to take a quick break and then hand it over to Brian to explain his trades. I'll be back shortly, guys.
Ooh, I'm trading against Andrew.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Yeah, I didn't, I had a bad start to the day with NVIDIA. Thought it was going to go to 210, so it was in around 209. Kind of got in late, really chased it. Wasn't a really good trade setup, but so it ended up selling off right after. Couldn't get to 210, so um, anyway, I kind of got back in the game here with. Shorting the SPY, just shorting the index
Oh
because we've
yeah,
been
baby.
off pretty much the whole day so far. So used SPX options. I traded some puts, the 6850s, and yeah, the SPY's been a really nice downward trajectory here. Um, did a bit of a 920 right around. Oh, guess what time it did a 920? 1010.
There you go.
It just blows me away how many times this happens right around that time frame. So SPY we did pop up, hit the 20 at 1010, and then continued our
Wow.
journey lower here. So wow, yeah, we're getting a bit of a bounce here now on the indexes. I'm not in any trade right now, so
Mhm. Oh, yeah, I got a partial down here on Tesla before it bounced, so that was nice. I think Carlos and I we're gonna have to Carlos, we're gonna have to put in a claim to Andrew to try and get paid on our funded accounts.
I
just
funny.
just to annoy him.
I'm not eligible. So I looked up. I must have left a
I
position open
know.
because again, I'm not eligible for based on the rules, right? So you can
Oh, you
tell if
broke
you're
the rules.
eligible.
All
Yeah.
right.
So if you go over to your journal, right? If you go over
Mm-hmm.
to your journal and you click on just your journal on trading terminal, it'll tell you there'll be a sign there if you tell if you're not eligible or not. And if you hover over it, it'll tell you the reason why you're not eligible, right?
Mm. I
Uh,
don't seem to
so
have I don't seem to have that either way, but
if you don't have it, that means you're eligible. You're still good.
I guess I'm
yeah,
eligible.
there you
Oh,
go.
well,
Yeah.
I don't think I've taken enough
Happy
trades. I haven't been trading consistently in it, so
time to cash in,
Yeah,
Peter.
yeah.
yeah, I gotta cash out. See if we make Andrew pay me. Anyways,
So people are asking where that
that's funny.
is. Here it is. I'll show you where that is, guys. So right over here. Make it bigger. So right here, can you guys see? I know it's very little, very light, but right here, not eligible for funded account payout. So if you go over here and you hover over it,
Oh,
it'll give you the
Mm.
reason. For me, is fell under 2,500 threshold. And there's some other reasons like traded at under $5 stock, like things that you shouldn't do that are in the rules, right? Or the tough one for me would be not trading 2 trades a day, an average of 10 days.
Right.
That's a tough one. You got to trade a lot, Make sure you're trading, not a lot, but reasonably, right? So that's a hard one, to get past over. But I'm up 7,000. That's good.
Okay. Oh, wow.
That
That's
works.
good. You're
Yeah.
doing well.
Nice.
And you didn't have to pay for that account either, did you?
No, I didn't have to pay for it. It came with the benefits of being a moderator.
Came with it's like the perk. It's like a
The
perk.
perks.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Man, what a trade, a Tesla off the VWAP. I don't know, I completely missed that one. But what an
Yeah.
amazing bounce right off the VWAP.
Really
Did
took
you
a
take
bounce there,
you
didn't it?
took a partial there? Yep, you took a partial there, Peter?
Oh, absolutely. I got one right at the bottom of that candle, right at VWAP, because as you say, right, you got
Nice.
to know that it typically bounces there. So, I mean, I
Yeah,
just waited to see if it was going to
Tesla
go lower.
yeah, Tesla loves bouncing off the VWAP. Just
That it does.
it's a really good stock to trade if you find like a technical level. The other one that really loves is this are these previous day levels.
Hmm.
So we're getting a real bounce on the SPY and the Qs here. The buyers are coming in right now. I'm not entirely convinced that this is a total reversal on the day. This is kind of like we've been selling all morning and now we're getting some short covering maybe.
Hmm.
So maybe if we'll take a look at spot gamma here and see what see where the options are being positioned today. Oh, we came right down to a hedge wall and bounced off it at 68.20. So that was actually a level that the options market had flagged, or at least had positions in. So we're back on the SPY. We're back at PDC. The Qs never really did go green or red on the day. Came down, got fairly close.
All right, guys. Sorry, I'm back. So Tesla is going up very nicely. Nice.
Yeah, we were just saying it like literally bounced right off the VWAP.
Nice.
Just totally beautiful bounce there.
All right. In that case, we're gonna put some order at 473 and 474.
I don't know. I'm short the market again here using trading QQQ puts just to see if we get a bit of a pullback here now after that bounce.
All right. So any question, guys, about the trades that we did today? Anything in the chat room? All right. So Tesla is gonna go to 473. The Atlas is getting somewhere at 473. So Atlas is getting interesting at 473 for sure. My order is also there. So one thing is, I'm going to actually mention that, guys, is Carlos, go to full screen for me. So this is in your journal soon. You're gonna see when you're going to train terminal journal, you're gonna see some icon that is called eligibility. I think it's gonna come today or tomorrow. That you can see if you're eligible for a payout or not. You see your count start date, last trade, end date, and the number of the trading and everything that you want to have, the number of the day that you're trading and everything. So all the information would be here. I think it's not there yet, but today or tomorrow is going to be there. Also, there's a button that you run the report and tell you where you hit the max loss and everything. So if you're not, and then for the reset, we agreed all together that it's going to be 3 resets for free, and we applied all the commission and fees to all of your accounts. And I'm really sorry. I do apologize. I think I owe you guys an apology for, applying the commission fee, got some people by surprise. And then, the number of the resets, at the beginning, we were not, clear that, I didn't know that people are using like 50, 60, 70 resets in 5, 6 days. So I do apologize for that. But again, it's something new. We're all building it together. It's not going to be like this forever. I think we are ready to a really good, stable, performance. The risk management is coming and the rules are clear. So I'm really grateful for the patience, and I do apologize that if it wasn't communicated properly. Thanks for your support. Really appreciate that. But remember, the goal here is to learning trading, professionally. This is not really a casino. This is not. You have to remove that hat of, slot machine and put a professional trading experience on it, and go for it. And if you really think that, oh, it was unfair, I didn't know, the commission and fee were going to be applied. Just now that you do, just do it now. Like, if you really think it wasn't luck, or 96 reset was unfair because I said I didn't say anything about 3 resets, just do it now. Like, do it one time. If you really think it wasn't luck, just do it. How much did you pay? Like $59. Like, it's like to a Starbucks. But do it now and see if you can actually do it or not. When the trading has consequence, the psychology is completely different, and this is all about having consequence at the funded account. So you see how trading can be difficult. But yeah, you're gonna see in that. And if there's any issue, there are some still bugs, and sometimes people cancel and sign up again. I think their account was not creating properly. So we're gonna do email us, we'll fix it for you. I know one trader, Friday got really angry at us. He emailed and said, "You guys are blah blah blah." And, I'm sorry about that, but my developers hasn't come yet. They come in like 20 minutes. If there's any issue, they quickly fix it, and they quickly, usually give us 1 or 2 hours. We're gonna fix it. So that's it about the funded account. But overall, like, you don't have to do the funded account. There's a lot of traders that subscribe to Trading Terminal, but they're not using funded account. They're using, Atlas. They're using the scanner. They're using the Academy. We're adding completely new material on it every day. So so there are other things that you can actually do. We are going to add the futures of Atlas for futures in there. We have some other ideas to add some options indicators in there. So really, I'm very grateful that we're all building it together. Atlas Replay is something that we want to build. Yes, absolutely. Atlas Replay is something that we want to also add for sure.
Yeah, Peter in YouTube asked why don't prices always go to pools of liquidity? Well, just because it's just an indicator. Um, no indicators are 100%. Otherwise, it wouldn't be an efficient market. So it's just a tool, really. It's just something that gives you an indication that there's a good chance it may go there. But there's no guarantees with any of these trading tools that there's no 100% tool So yeah, you can see some large orders there, and sometimes quite often the price goes there, but not all the time. So just have to be aware of that.
All right, so I got filled at 473 on on Tesla. That was a nice move. It was a very nice rally towards 473 on the Atlas. See, it comes on, boop, hit it. Um, yeah, John, that's a good point. Take the always, nothing works always. So this is the market atlas. So as you see here, went all the way up to 474. Again, this is so 474 and then comes down, and now it's going towards 470 here. So it looks like it wants to go for 470, hit the 470, either breaks down or bounces back. And the atlas is having the education, so there's a link on it, and then there is one UI UX issues in there. Sorry, stop there.
Account for the
It's the Benzinga stuff.
trading activity in this.
Did you guys hear my Benzinga when I'm on YouTube? You probably hear it in the back end, yeah?
I can hear it, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, so there's one thing that we're working on it is that when you zoom out, these numbers become difficult to read. That we're in the next release, we're gonna fix this one because the issue here is you have to change how the database is structured. And then you have also 4 tabs that you can put the different tabs in there. Yeah, so the Benzinga, when I run it on the Benzinga on YouTube, it actually gets my background as well. So you don't want to have the background noise, so I stopped it. Any other question, guys? I don't think I'm gonna add any more trade to myself. I only have 1,000 share of Tesla here. I had really good bonds, but bonds got really destroyed after last week Fed's announcement. But the bonds are generally there to hold to get the income. So you don't really want the bonds to move so much. So SCOV is a short-term government treasuries and TLT is a long-term treasuries. So Tesla looks like it's been done for the day movement, at least as of now, but it doesn't seem that it wants to sell off. So I think I still hopeful that it can get to 474, but I wouldn't be surprised if Tesla's going to go to all-time high this week.
Yeah, certainly was looking quite. It was funny. It was gapping down this morning, and then it just started to go on a tear there. But definitely on a daily, it was looking ready to break out for sure. SPY is really trying to get back into the green here. The only index right now in the green is the Qs, which isn't surprising. Tech's been continues to be the standout. Yeah, the volume is really dropping off on which is typical for this time of day. We do tend to start losing volume about 10:30 or so. Unless we get some kind of news coming out. There goes the SPY, gone green on the day.
All right. So any question, why you trade against Atlas liquidity if price action tells you the opposite? Or so there's Peter is asking a question on YouTube, is that what if the Atlas and price action are the opposite? The opposition of the Atlas and price action sometimes is a good sign not to take the trade. If the price action is strong, but Atlas in the short term is completely the opposite, maybe it's a sign of a pullback. Maybe sometimes, you come down to the Atlas, that liquidity, and then go back up into the direction of the price action. But sometimes if the completely the opposite, or sometimes you see something in Atlas, but you don't see the price action, maybe it's a sign of not to take that trade. Again, it's another tool at your disposal, and how you actually trade based on that is very important. Like at the open, sometimes I see that is ready for a 1 minute open range breakout, but there is no Atlas on the liquidity to the long side. So, and 1 minute open range breakouts has a lot of fake breakouts. So a lot of time it stops you out. So if I see a really nice 1 minute candlestick and no Atlas up there, then I probably wouldn't take that 1 minute open range breakout, because if it was going to break out, there should have been something on Atlas. So not having that pool of liquidity could be a good confirmation for me not to take that trade. But I don't take the trade based on something that I don't see in one of them only. And again, but you get experience over time. That's why you should use a simulator to experience over time. Go ahead, Brad.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I mean, it's certainly, if you're going to take a trade, you certainly do love to see that those pools of liquidity up there that the price can move to. Certainly, it's just a tool. But if you don't see confirmation with the liquidity, it may cause you to think twice about the trade, or maybe not take as an aggressive a trade if you really like the setup regardless. But again, it's just an indicator. Getting into some pretty choppy price action right now. Qs are Qs really haven't done very much in the last say 10 minutes or so. You just watch for a breakout of this trading range that we're in now.
Any other question, guys? How
Any
did you gain
bias?
confidence to
Yeah.
start to scale your trading? So there's one question, that how did you get confidence to start to scale up your trading? So I think like I've been trading over 10 years now. So over time, you kind of, get a good feel of the confidence level that you have. And my share size goes up on things that are extremely liquid, and NVDA and Tesla and AMD. And these are the things that I have no, concern about going down to zero. Like I have no confidence in taking big options trade, like zero DT. Like today, for example, I took a zero DTE, $130, but I took one contract. While for Tesla, I can take easily 4,000 shares. So $1.6 million buying power on Tesla. But you don't want to buy $1.6 million dollar worth of zero DTE options, because they can easily go to zero. So you have to play within it. In the lottery, there's in the lottery ticket, they usually have to say something that know your limit with play within it. So it's very important to play within the comfort zone, and comes with experience. Obviously, you see these professional athletes play like in the game, and then you look, wow, how did you do that? So the answer to that is a lot of practice, a lot of time that you're doing in trading.
Um,
And you don't need to trade large size. Like Brian has been trading more than me, way more experienced than me, but he's trading pretty small, few contracts, or, I think he mentioned in one time in an interview that his max loss was like $2,000 day trading. So, I mean, you don't
Yeah.
need to put all of your, buying power into one trade or all of your assets into your trading account. You should be diversified. You should be, ready to cope with big losses. So this is something that is also personal. You eventually realize yourself.
Yeah, it's a very personal thing. I mean, it's a comfort zone. I mean, if you're trading and you're feeling anxious and uncomfortable, if you're finding that your losses are affecting your health or your sleep, that you've got to reassess and scale back because trading is a very mental game, and maybe the more you put at risk, the more um, mental stress you put on yourself, and changes your behavior. So, and that's why I don't trade at large size. I feel comfortable with the positions I take, and I feel comfortable with my list, I should say my risk, the amount of money I'm willing to risk any one day. So it helps me control my emotions when I'm in a trade. So we're kind of rolling over here. It's interesting. We're not really doing much of anything here. Again, we're just sort of stuck in a range.
Yeah, somebody's asking about PLTR on YouTube. It doesn't seem that it wants to do anything. Like 1 minute is really the small bit range bound, and
Yeah.
it's sold off from all-time high. Like a lot of the stocks are like NVDA, gapped up to all-time high, but really started trading in a range near VWAP. So it was a tough day. Like Tesla was pretty good, but for the rest of them, really, we didn't get a very clean move.
Yeah, and the other thing you need to be aware of with PLTR, it is going to trade a little strange today because they are reporting after, I believe they're reporting after the close today. So there could be some positioning for going on with, going into this earnings event. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they report and how the market reacts to it. So
Yeah, all right.
that'll be after the close today.
All right, so we have two good traders coming after me, so I'm going to wrap it up. So that was a pretty good day. I still have, some Tesla shares. I want to see if I can get to 474. Turned out to be a pretty good day for me, even though NVIDIA was pretty bad. So Thor and Nathan are coming. Both of them are really good traders. Both of them are trading futures. Both of them are using Market Atlas really well. So I'm going to hand it over to them. And thanks for these guys. Today, do remember, guys, Trading Terminal, we have the webinar by Carlos, that tools that you need to trading. There's a lot of questions for the new traders can be answered that one on that 7 p.m. And then at 8 p.m., we have the onboarding for all the new traders. So check your email if you want to have the link for this. We'll send the email to everybody. Make sure that, check your spam or check your different folders. And I think Thor wants to give some of his books, signed books, to some of the members of Lambo and Garbage Truck.
I really do. I really do. I actually got some paperback copies in my hand right now. I got 5 of them, and I'm going to give one away a day. I'm going to sign it and send it to your house. And I'm going to do that for you because I think it'll be a lot of fun. So, but you're going to have to stick around. I'm not going to tell you when I'm going to do it. So I guess you're going to have to hang out this hour and,
That's amazing. Thank you so much for doing that. I'm going to sign off. Thanks, guys, and see you tomorrow.
Good trading today, boss. Looking good.
Thanks, guys.
As always, man. Killing it. So thank you everybody for coming. Brian, I heard you guys kind of kick some butt today, man, too. So I'm so excited to hear that. Nathan, my boy Nathan and I, we started off the day because we kind of trade together sometimes in the morning because we were in peak capital this morning, and both of us were having tech issues this morning.
Yeah.
Like leading into this. So we were just like, what the heck is going on here? But I ended up getting a really sweet short on NQ, and I held it all the way into the CPR. So I had a really nice day today.
Yeah, I think mine are sorted out. I can start looking
Right.
for something to trade. But
So,
Anyway, we got
yeah.
PLTR. I was just going to say we got PLTR after the close today. It's releasing their numbers at 4:05. We should be on for our members in the room. So looking for about options are pricing in about a 10% move. So they're pricing in a lot of movement there. So we'll see what happens.
See you then.
Cheers,
See what
guys.
happens. Yeah,
see you,
cheers,
Brian.
brother. So, so I want to start off by saying hello, everybody out there in YouTube land. Again, going to be doing the book giveaway here at some point in this hour. I'm not going to tell you when because then you're gonna like you don't really like me. You just want my book, so you'll just go away. You'll set an alarm. You'll come back. Get the book. I'm going to write this really genuine, heartfelt message in it about how I hope we can change our lives together, you know, and how this is like this amazing moment. I mean, you should see what I wrote in Nathan's book when I signed his. I mean,
I can't even,
I
I can't
actually,
even
he
show it
couldn't,
to Christy.
yeah, he can't show it to his girl at all because like he's super nervous. It's just gonna like send all kinds of mixed signals. And it probably does actually in hindsight. I really think it does. But anyway, I'm gonna write something very, very lovely in it and I'm gonna send it to you. So make sure you want to do it. Now, something amazing I want to talk to you all about, but also, you know, I know a little like controversial for a few. Okay, I told you I would always keep a free version of my indicator available, and I have held that to be true, right? So some of you have noticed that my indicator now is called Light, and that there's another version of it, right? The reason why this has occurred, and the Light version has all the same stuff on it, it just doesn't do the alert. Everything else is there, it just doesn't do the calls, right? Because I wanted to put some stuff in place to ensure that we are going to have these cams available for the foreseeable future. And my developer has spent a crap load of time building these for us and maintaining them and supporting
Thank
them.
you,
And I
bros.
thank you, Bruz, so much. So this initiative is not about me. I'm going to show you a $2,500 trade I made on NQ here in a second. Okay, so I'm not worried, but this is very important to my developer, and he deserved me coming through for him and making this a real thing because I can't describe how many hours he has into this. And he's the only person who's ever been able to take my brainchild and put it into that. But you're also going to get the buying and selling detector is now available. And I'm going to show you how that kicked some major butt today. So today I did not take a trending breakout on NQ, and the decision to go short was made completely upon this concept, right? Which is that, so you could see in the morning in the pre-market, we were buying and we were holding the buy and we were actually setting an upward trend. A little shout out to Dr. V on the trend kill here. So you can see we started buying in the pre-market, but we couldn't get anywhere. Now, everyone here on YouTube, I'm going to zoom in on this thing. What's wrong with the opening candles here? You've been with me here long enough. We've been working on VPA together for like a month or so now, specifically over and over again. What's going on in the open here? What are we seeing that's a problem? Look at the buying and selling detector. Look what's happening. It's going down. Our volume's dropping, even though we're buying. Bruz invented this, man. I mean, I thought of it. You don't like it's mind forged here, right? But Bruz actually took and says, tink, 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 tink. Boom, it's a thing, right? Like you can see ever so clearly that we were struggling and we weren't going to break out. We then failed, right? And as we failed, we got stuck here. And look at this. We didn't start buying. I went long because we got a call, but when I stopped out, I realized we were starting to sell thanks to the BS detector and the volume profile. I decided to flip short, put my stop above the reclaim of trend, right? And that gave me a beautiful, so again, we got to give Dr. V a little credit where Dr. V is due. Okay, right? So this is just a classic uptrend. You can see here, we reoffered it. We made the new low. Now we're selling and it's R4, right? In a higher range. So would I normally prefer to be out? I really would, but the BS detector says we're a sell. So what would I rather do? Be long or sell, right? So we sold. You know what I mean? So pretty freaking awesome. And then I hit a really nice target on this one here. Bow, right when we got to the CPR. My target was, so I lost my first trade, which was a $500 risk, right? And then I hit my second trade, which was about 3K. It was a, you know, so it was a really nice all the way into the CPR, everything I needed to take that risk back and then hit a target in the other direction, right? So just nice, clean, controlled trading. And then we did this in P Capital too. And while we were in P Capital, we also identified a short on Tesla while we were in P Capital. This one is not going nearly as well. So this trade I took on DOS trading platform using Interactive Brokers, which is absolutely my preferred broker, right? I love them, right? Great broker, especially for fast executions. So whenever I trade equities, I'm using DOS. I would never, and Nathan's going to back me up here, I would never in a million years would I ever trade equities on TradingView. If I would use TradingView, if anything, just to like look at, you know, because TradingView is kind of cheap. Not expensive. TradingView is not expensive. I hate using the word cheap. That sounds so like I love the platform. I don't want to do it like that. It's kind of dirty, but it's not expensive. Right. So, but DOS, you know, if you're going to fire equities, you're going to want the hotkeys in DOS. You're going to want the IBK, you know, you're going to want the Formula One racing car when you're going to do this thing on here. So,
nothing's worse than sitting there watching your order about to be tagged and then it doesn't, and then it falls back, then it does it again, and then it keeps falling back. Where if you pay a little bit extra for the right execution software, you get filled pretty quickly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So in peak, we were looking at Tesla, and our ATR high on Tesla happens to be, let me get this pulled up here. The ATR high on Tesla was right here, right? Once again, we had an incredibly aggressive trend. And then this one was a little interesting. So this one we hadn't started really selling yet. And I think maybe this is the reason why this isn't really working. BS detector giving me a little hindsight here, right? So I had a really nice trend failure and I like my entry here at the loss of trend. And I do like that I read stagnation. Like, look, as we pushed up, you can tell we certainly struggled, right? We didn't bring in more volume, but we weren't selling either. Right. The ATR indicator I'm using is the adaptive ATR limits, and these are public. So you do not have to subscribe to anywhere to get the adaptive ATR limits or really key levels. Those are public. But really key levels has some updates. We've added all-time high to the really key levels. We've also added monthly highs and monthly lows to the really key levels, and your weekly highs and weekly lows. So there's some good stuff we're adding in there. One of the good things about having my guy Bruz here on duty all the time is now we can get even more focused on continuing to build these indicators that will support the iPad lifestyle. You know what I mean? Because this is my trade today I took. This is what it looked like to take my trade today.
And are you still 100% for airport trading?
I am actually still on an amazing airport trading.
I know you got a couple on Friday.
So look, this is how I took my trade this morning. All of my trades I've taken for the past 3 weeks have only been on my iPad. I haven't taken any of them through a PC. And that's not because I'm traveling. Even today, when I was sitting here, I'm just proving out that the whole system that I use reads just as well and just as easily on an iPad. And that there's just no other signaling or platform out there that comes anywhere close to that right now. I'm telling you right now, go ahead and look. I dare you. You know what I mean? Like, go out and go find me something that is that clean, that shows you indications, entry, exit signals, shows you if we're buying or selling, lets you chart, lets you do all of the different things. I mean, the light one does not give alerts. That's the only difference in the light version, right? The light will always be free. We're always going to maintain it because we love you. And if you know my trading system, right, then you only need the light one. You don't need the alerts, right? You can just literally load the light one, go on with a right click and just right click at the level and manually set alerts. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's trading
That's
view
where
on my
the
iPad, right? So
that's where the
it's
book comes into play, or if you're a
you
BBT elite
should know it
member.
anyway. I'm in a little while, I'm going to give away a free signed one here in a little bit just to make it up to you because I care. You know, we're going to do it. Look, I'll even look. This one actually has some of my beard on it. So no one wants this one now. Well, I don't. I'm sorry. Um, so so everyone's like, can I get that one? That's so funny. So anyway, so why isn't Tesla working for me the way the way it should be? Right? Well, look, right now we're clearly still buying. Right? We have not started to sell or went into a sustained period of sell. Even the rolling indicator's green, the session's green, the user, which for me, I start the user at 935 just to discount the MOO orders, right? A little bit. So you can see we've certainly exhausted our buyers. We're not buying well anymore, but we're not selling either. We just kind of stopped buying, right? So this really kind of lets you see how that goes. Let's look at Amazon right now. Let's look at some more stuff. I do have a call that came out on crude, by the way, and I did not. Oh, I almost took it, Nathan, but I didn't because I was. Look at the call on crude today. Oh, look at how perfect.
Nice. Yeah. Hit that liquidity, picked up volume, made that
Look
new
at
1 minute high, and just extended out. Yeah.
we bought, but we didn't start buying, and then it reoffered, slammed down into there, consolidated, and then started buying. Man.
That's how we were talking about last Friday, guys.
This was the only thing that was on my watch list today.
Over.
This was the only thing on my watch list really for futures today was I wanted the S3 buy on crude today. Bruz, market. So far, I want to show everybody this, right? So if you were trading futures right now and you had just taken the calls blindly, right? You would have lost your first trade on NQ like I did. And then I flipped, right? Because I recognized the weakness. Thank you, BS detector. Right? But I would have lost this one, right? But I would have lost this one. And then when crude signaled a few minutes later, or signaled at 10:30, I could have longed crude. This gives you the entry and exit box, right? So I go long anywhere inside the dark green or above with my stop outside, ideally, of this one, and then I run across the range. This is a day trading system, right? So it's meant for long moves to cap ATR. I want to capitalize the majority of the ATR, right? If my daily ATR is 1.68, I want 1.5 of that 1.68. Right? So, and overall, our rolling is buying and our user overall was green. So we did try to sell, but we didn't really sell very well. You can tell here, look, even as we were selling, we stayed fairly high up. So I'm just saying, if you didn't even use the buying and selling detector and you just blindly took them just because they called, right now, you would stop the day at 3R. You would have lost one and hit one 4R target because my calls are based on 4R targets. Like I don't know what other thing you're gonna get. I ran tracking across last week, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. If you traded all 3 of those days and blindly took every single call, you would have ended up after those 3 days plus 3 or 4R. Right? So like I'm talking about a fully automated trading system that tells you within fairly good reason, right? High quality calls. Like it's 2 calls a day, 3 calls a day. I'm not here to inundate you with 5,000 things to look at. I'm just trying to give you exactly what you need to make money. I'm giving you a way to read volume. I'm giving you a way to ascertain range, and I'm giving you a spot where you can buy and where you can sell, right? So I don't know how many trades you would have to win in order for that to be worth what I'm asking for to support Bruz so that he continues developing this stuff. You know what I mean? And then same thing with Andrew, like with Atlas, you know, Market Atlas and getting in now on that. I mean, you're talking about a visual order book that lets you see market sentiment and direction and where they're incentivized to go. I mean, these tools, imagine it's like you have a business, but you want to do the business on the cheapest, all the free stuff. What's your website look like if you have a business and you put together a free website versus a business that puts together a paid website? Right? It's going to look like you got a free website. Right. So, I mean, it's if you're, you know, and when you don't get the kind of engagement you want, don't get surprised. Right. You have to have a budget when you're becoming a trader. You know what I mean? You have to, if you say so, Rich, I disagree entirely. I think it's the cheapest it's ever going to be. And I would look at it likely getting significantly more expensive than that in the future. I made $2,500 today. Right? Risking $500, and I did it with complete confidence, and I did it very easily. You could just blindly call trades. How many times do you need that to do to be worth $100? Right? So, and again, this isn't about just that. Imagine learning a trading system and getting into all of this stuff, and then having the indicator that you use disappear. Right? I'm leaving the light version out there for everybody who wants to use it. So it's free for everyone in the BBT community. I'm here to teach you how to use it. I'm here. I'm giving away books, right? So like you know, we're here. Like this is for everybody else, and especially for my guy Bruz. Especially for my guy Bruz. He spent. You guys don't know, Bruz. Could you give a general estimate? And I'm sorry to put you on the spot on how many hours you have into developing this. I want to see if it's close to as many hours as I do. And I know it's a lot. I bet it's close. And then I want you guys to ask me if that's not a reasonable ask. 500 hours-ish. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, he's constantly working on it.
And you're talking about like a few bucks a day to make thousands a day to have the potential. I'm just telling you, like, look, I'm just going to show you right here, and then I'll look at copper. 1 call, 2 calls. 1 did not work. 1 did work. But there's only 2. I've put this entire thing is right here. Look how well it called it. Is anybody aware of any system out there that's available that comes anywhere near that level of precision? I'm not telling you to buy random new highs. I'm not telling you to buy random new lows or to just buy a thing because of a thing. I'm telling you exactly where to buy and exactly where to sell. No trials. It's too valuable. I'm sorry. There's a light version. You can use the light version and just, you know, just manually set some levels and see how it works. I'm doing this to support Bruz, not for me to make money off of this. I actually am giving, you know, this isn't for me. You know, I mean, I already made, like I said, I told you, I just showed you my trade I took today, right? Like I did great today. Go to my Instagram, at ThorYoungMA. So I had a little bit of an issue with some of the thing on, so at ThorYoungMA, like your favorite market alchemist, right? So make it easier. I had someone else that made an exact same replica of my name and started spamming people pretending to be me. So I went off of the BBT because I had a ThorYoung BBT1 and a whole bunch of other people trying to be me. So I've varied my authenticated one. Freaking trolls. So just go to my IG. So, but I'm just saying, like, make sure, like, when you're thinking about tradingterminal.com, for instance, right, and signing up for that, the educational material. When you're thinking about signing up for Bearable Traders, the community, You know what I mean? These different things you have. To be successful in trading, you need to invest in yourself. Right? And you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Like any business you ever get, like if you're gonna start a if you're gonna start like a curbing business where you're putting in land curbing, are you gonna go on Marketplace, buy the crappiest curb machine you can? Or are you gonna go find an investor and get, learn how to do it, train and get a $40,000 or $50,000 piece of equipment, you know what I mean, and do it right. You know what I mean? But you can't treat your trading like a cheap garage startup business unless you want to get cheap startup garage results. But if you want the good toys, like think about the amount of investment Andrew puts into Market Atlas. I mean, he's got like German professional. This is overshare. Nathan, is this overshare? He's got
You
like
never
these.
overshare.
I always overshare. I don't know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? This is a logic update is in here. By the way, this is the latest version. And also the new version includes CPR add-in. I mean, all kinds of stuff on the new one.
And did
So
you say go
there's
to your
so many
Instagram
updates.
account to get those?
Mm-hmm.
You said your Instagram
IG.
account. Okay.
Yep, hit my IG at
And it's
ThorYoungMay. I had to change it. I'm gonna change. I'll probably change that every month. So I think next I'm gonna change mine to whatever your name was, that Raiden one. That was pretty cool. I might steal that
Legion.
one. I'm just
I
kidding.
need to make sure I'm
I
announcing
like
that
that. He's
right,
like
too.
the Japanese lightning bolt. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, he's basically the Japanese Thor, so I figured you'd like it. Not that I was
Yeah.
trying to copy you.
One update, by the way, Nathan, I did want to throw out there. One of the updates on the new version is they actually support crypto and Forex now. So Bruz got that magic figured out. So now when you're using the
Oh,
cams,
nice.
you can trade
Yeah.
You can use them to trade crypto and Forex. So
Yeah, 'cause I like to
you're
look at
welcome.
Bitcoin on the weekends, just when I'm wanting to look at some stuff about price action. So that's good.
Good to see you, Sean V, my friend.
Yeah, good. Hey, Sean B. The Milniks, it's
So
the
Thor
$100
mode.
is for the
Hit it, buddy.
Camarilla pivot plays, for the call plays, and the BS detector.
But the Thor mode is still available on the light mode also. So Thor mode is always available. I told everybody I'm not taking away like the cams. I never will. I told you I would. Part of this allows me to keep the cams alive forever, right? I can't code them. Like if Bros goes, oh, I just got hired by like $1 million like thing, and it wants to do. Oh, it's not there. Oh, okay, never mind. There isn't a Thor mode on there. Just kidding. I'll tell you how to configure it. Just come by the YouTube channel. I'll watch. Here we go. You can do it yourself. Hold on, I lied to you though just now. So, but let me show you. Here we go. We're gonna go here. We're gonna edit, show values. Get ready to screenshot. Get ready to screenshot. There. You can just go through there and recreate my settings. That's Thor mode right there. So I'll leave that up there for a minute.
NQ's really struggling right here at R3.
NQ is so fun, man. I had such a good trade on it.
Yeah, I wish I wasn't like so flustered and had to sit out. I'd like for it to get back up there and see what
Oh my
happens.
God, look. So can we throw some Dr. V credit again?
Is that the trend line?
Why is Thor mode valuable? That is a good question. And I ask that to myself more often than I probably should. Even the other day, I was thinking to myself, ugh, nobody really needs Thor. No, I'm kidding. Look at this reoffer of this uptrend we had marked. So this is our 4-hour uptrend. So a little Dr. V shout out, and then I'll talk about Thor mode. So look at this. We just got this little easy morning uptrend, right? From the low. That was our first big pullback for the new high. Super easy to spot. We're just marking the low, right? No big deal. So you can see that's what came up here. right? So look what happens when we lost that. And look how we've reoffered it right into R3, right into it to engage sellers. Right, so this is very, very clean trend here, right? Thank you, Brian, at Thor Young MA. It's a horrible name, but I'm keeping it for now. Thor Young BBT, I told you got hijacked by I got like a whole bunch of
Again?
trolls.
Yeah, my
BT1, BBT2.
my Twitter got hijacked.
So I'm gonna
they
try
wouldn't
and
let me
duck
have
them
it
for a
back.
little while. You guys have no idea. It's so weird. Like it's like I'm not like it's not like that. Like I don't know why they like why are you interested in my stuff? But anyway, so combining these shorter term trends along with the cams have been really, really nice. So you can see here we're moving lower. We're offering R3. This is a selling range, and our BS detector is selling. So this is a short right now, right? I don't care what the book looks like or anything else. I would be short right now, right? So you can see, you know, I would expect, and you know, obviously this is our monthly low because we just opened a new month, so that's a little weird. But you know, did I go with password equals password? No, I used Jay Stacker. I actually used the same password as my luggage, and so I was very surprised when they guessed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So
Nice.
if you don't get that movie reference, then we can't be friends. Let's look at RTY. Oh man, look at this thing coming down the trend. So
Yeah, right off S4.
I hate these things.
YM's
So
kind of struggling at S4 too.
so we have our higher narrow range on RTY, right? So RTY sold heavily under R4 and basically just kicked right into this trend, this downtrend, right? So you can see here, let me pull it up. Let me show you kind of how I got this one. So this is one that I've left on from earlier. Now we did pull back and do a new low, so I guess I could mark this out like that, and that would normally be the way to do it. But because this offered the way it did and sold back through and then offered it so many times this way, I just kind of felt like it was still good. So when they over and under these, but this would not be a Dr. V teaching here, right? This is just my kind of my own flavor here. I think the really good one to really pay attention to is actually, now that we got up to here, that right there, I think comes in really nice. So you can kind of see now, like what happened in the pre-market, we kind of just walked down trend, and at the open, we tried to buy, and then we just lost it and just started to dump. You know what I mean? So, but we exhausted, and anyone who's looking for a good free indicator, Spaceballs, winning, Eric, you're the man. Anyone who's looking for a good free indicator, ATR low, I give you. Look at RTY at ATR low.
Nice. Yeah. And
Look
then right
at
at S6 too.
Look what happens if you combine ATR low with a sell buy cross on the BS detector. Right? We cross right there, we're breaking. We cross, we're breaking right there. There's our signal. Right? You can go long anywhere here. Stick your stop below low of day. It's not hard. Right? And just keep going until it loses momentum. Right now, it's just going. So you wouldn't, like, we haven't even had a deep pullback yet. Right? So that just made a new high. So you could actually mark this out now on a short-term trend. Boom. Boom. You're on trend. Right? You can now just hold. If it rejects S4 and comes down and loses that trend line, you could be out. Right? And just hold. See how far it goes. This is RTY in a relatively narrow range. This could actually go out. But it's very likely, because of all the selling, we sell from here and come back down. Right? So why hold if it comes back and makes a new low? Right? So you would hang on here. I'd be waiting to see if we start to sell and lose trend. If we do, I'd get out. So Amazon, let's look. So I also tried trading all last week without even utilizing anything other than my indicators, and had a really nice week with it. Like even Tesla's still like not like doing horribly. It's just not working.
And SPX, because it's nice that this gives me cams for SPX, S3 and or ES and SPX lined up really well, and SPX bounced right off the hedge wall today. I didn't see that. I would have taken that long on ES. Man,
I could definitely consider doing a little webinar on that. Wow. So Amazon's been pretty aggressive on the 4-hour, huh? Like we're really moving. Yes, absolutely. So if for anyone who goes in, you actually get a sign-up portal where you can manage your own subscription. So you don't even have to contact anybody. You just shut it off whenever you want to shut it off. Light mode does not have Thor mode settings, but like 5 minutes ago, I shared all of my settings. So you can just recreate them. So, yeah, I don't know if I really see, because right now we've broken through here. Like this is the level that really interests me right now, is this high. Right there. And we have completely bought that. So, I mean, that's very powerful. I guess we started from here, so we could do something a little aggressive from there to there and see how that works. But I mean, that's pretty rigorous. I mean, look at that explosion. So for me, like we're way out of trend. I would look for this to be a short, not a long. Okay. So the reason I'm saying that is this volume movement was way too much movement for way too little volume. Okay. So I think we're going to need to offer value, and we'll likely do that back at the calculated ATR high, which will be down near R4. Right. So for me, we're at a monthly R3 also, and we're near all-time highs. Right. We've broken through a very, very important level, but we've done it on way too little volume. So we will most likely fill what's more or less a gap, right? So I would not expect this to be a long. I would actually expect this to start selling, and I'm surprised it hasn't sold more, just from what I'm looking at. Amazon obviously has some kind of news today. I don't play equities tickers, so I don't focus on earnings anymore. So I would assume maybe it had some earnings news or something in a sector related.
I think something about OpenAI came out.
Okay, I know they have a large investment in OpenAI, so maybe it's something related to that.
I don't know, like everything. It seems like everything's associated with OpenAI now. So,
OKLO, let's look at that, and then we can pop back at Amazon if it starts to do something interesting. Also, one of the things, when you're, we have a watch list also calling with PivotBot also. So that's so for anyone also remember, like we can contribute, like, get a watch list and stuff like that works. So looks like OKLO is not something I normally call or watch. So, but so you can see OKLO is one I would not have taken. So this ticker is clearly selling. Right? It had a really hard sell at the beginning. When it tried to buy, there was very little volume. And then even after it tried to buy, just look down here. What color are the candles? They're red. Any big candles, they're all red. This thing is selling. So this is one I would definitely not have taken because the indicator clearly showed us selling and then continuing to sell. So we still have not bottomed, by the way. Like even here, as we're pulling back up, this does not look like it was good, genuine buying at all. So I would say no on OKLO. For me, I would expect this to continue to sell. It made low of day. No, it didn't. It does have some statistical ability to rally, but I wouldn't expect that with this kind of selling. And let's look at open. These indicators work on all products, and they also now work on Forex and Bitcoin. This
awesome.
actually looks interesting for a possible buy on open. Do you see anything on let me pull up. Do you see anything on Atlas that supports the idea of buying?
Since my computer is running so slow,
I can pull it up. I'll pull it up. It won't. It'll just take a
everything
second.
running.
I'm already logged in.
Trying to minimize.
So let's look at open. Oh, it feels faster. Open's order book looks pretty bullish, actually, to me. There is a larger order to the downside, like a really solid one around $7. But otherwise, the order book looks quite bullish, I would say. So, but it is concerning that the order book is that bullish and we don't have more buy volume than this. You know what I mean? So just because an order book is bullish does not mean you go up. It just means they want to go up. Right. But if there's no one buying, you can't go buy orders when no one's buying. That's like someone putting up a real estate listing on their house, right? And then getting upset that no one, and they list the price at like 1.2 mils when it's only worth like 1 to 1 and then wonders why nobody buys it. Like there's no volume, right? No one wants to buy it. There's no demand, right? So we have an instance where it seems like there's quite a bit of selling available, but not very much demand to buy what everyone is selling. Right. So I do like the call here. It seems like it's a really good call, but the reason why, again, kind of like the other one, you can see we've never really, and here, both of these two calls I would not have taken because we had not started really buying, and it didn't look like we were like coming from like an extreme sell and we were like building, it just looked like we were flat, especially here. And now as we've kind of reoffered, we bought for a minute there and we're reoffering. So this looks a lot better. We are getting some buying and there are orders, but I wouldn't say we are buying right now. But these two didn't look good. This one actually looks like it's got some potential. So we'll have to see what happens. It didn't close below S4, so it didn't go out of range. I would just like to see, I would be a little nervous going along right now because that bar right there should have ignited. Like that should have closed very bullish and we should have went from that. So seeing it kind of weekly offer again, it just doesn't seem like we've got the buyers we need. Yep. Microsoft? Is Tesla ever going to sell? That's the real question.
It will do the
Microsoft's lower,
exact
wider.
opposite of what you want it to do. More likely.
So true. I hate how it went all the way to S3 before it opened. That's probably why its price action was so sloppy on Microsoft. But I do like the initial offer and the stuff. I could see myself almost getting goaded into this one. But it didn't give a new low. And that's why I like using that new low or that trend failure to get in. So for this one, you had a rising trend. I'd highly recommend doing this for your entry timing, everyone. I've actually been doing the more and more I study and work with Dr. V, which for those of you who haven't like really heard that her and I are going to be doing some more collaborative work starting on December the 1st. So she has her own very small private mentoring group. I have my own private mentoring group, and we're going to be kind of putting those efforts together to try and like provide a more like quality like kind of process through there, but also allow us to work with more people because I'm up to like 170 people on my wait list for one-to-one mentoring right now, and I feel horrible. I just can't get to everybody. I don't have enough time, so I've been trying to work on this kind of a thing to kind of help with all that. So you can see here on Microsoft as we well, I don't talk about kill zones because the system already factors that in, but I can talk about them more. So, but you can see here as we go long at the open, right, we're still above the rising trend from pre-market, right? So as of this moment, the price, is still pretty strong, right? So you can see as we kind of pushed through, but we don't actually lose trend, right, till right about here. And now we're in a position where we can really start thinking about being short because we're actually under the uptrend, right? So now it would be nice to establish a downtrend, and you can see we actually do, right? We establish a downtrend from here to there, and you break there. Look, we reoffer the trend right there, right? You can go short there, throw your stop above R3, lower, wider range, and then you can maybe play that down. But again, this isn't a really fast, good move. Why? Because we should have opened a little lower and offered and held, and unfortunately we didn't. Right. So, but inevitably, if this makes a new low below here, we can go technically into a longer trend, right? Which would be something more like that. So, which would be that'd be quite a time. Fun stuff. So, hey, yeah, Mark. Hey, good to see you, Mark. How are you doing, brother? Mark was hooking some people up with some value knowledge over the weekend. That was so fun. Mark, check out this NQ trade I got, bud. I went long, but we failed the trend. So I went short at R4. I was going long at first because the pullback seemed pretty weak, but then I realized it was the opposite. We had stuffed the buying and then we offered and then we're breaking. So I flipped, threw my stop back above the high in the trend, got myself a target right at R2. So now someone mentioned kill zones, right? Why go out at R2? Well, look at how much harder it is to get to the CP. Well, first off, that was my profit target. But number two, I like R2 because this is the start of a kill zone, right? We're going to start getting into our buying range. So we're going to start running into buyers near the CP, which is previous day's close, right? So if I can get to a target and I can do it before the CP, that much the better. But notice that rising trend we marked from earlier today. Look how we're just re-offering up the underneath of that rising trend. Isn't that wild to watch that? I marked that in pre-market, and it's walking up the underneath of that thing. So wild. So imagine if it rejects this trend here and makes new lows. That's going to be a higher narrow range, but we're going to reject R3. Right? Plus this uptrend here. It can be very powerful because there's a lot of institutional quants that use trend lines. So I have a moment that I think we're ready for. Let me double check with my man Carlos if he's here and available.
Hey, Carlos. He was a good man.
He was a good man.
He was a really good
So
man.
I just said, let me know when you're ready. Because what it is this. So since I'm doing my light version, I figured I'd make it up to y'all by every single day this week. I am going to offer a free signed copy of my book. So you got to come back every single day. So today we are going to give away one copy. So, Carlos, what hashtag should we use?
That's a good one, man. I'll let you make it up. What do you want to use?
How about I want Thor's book? Is that too long?
We could do it.
Or just Thor's book. How about just Thor's book?
Thor's book. Let's just do Thor's book.
And I could do a giveaway for a signed copy of a book. Like I'll just sign a book,
like,
and send it to somebody. They may just get some random kind of crazy book that I have laying around.
So someone put Nathan's book. So yeah, I like it. So yeah, just Thor's book, all one word, no spaces, no spaces. All together. I like it. That's good. And while we're spinning that up for a minute, let's flip back over to Tesla. because Tesla is actually starting to sell a little bit. Remember, I was talking about that level on Tesla, right? So books and trading, right? Remember, we were talking about, look, this high that we had broken through, look how we're coming back under that high now.
Yeah.
Right. So this was this big breakout moment, this big volume, but look at how much volume we're getting. But this candle's, if we close much lower than this, we're going to leave a really big topside wick here. Our ATH is only up here. Right. And then if I zoom out, look at this here. Right. Oh, that was off of a trade I took a while ago.
It's headed right for R4 now.
Right. See how this is
Right to it.
happening? Right. So now if we come back, look where we're at. R6, ATR high monthly, R3. This is why I called this in peak capital this morning. Right. This is classic out of the book stuff. All right. So we have a lot of people in. So Carlos, are we ready? Are we ready to do this? Everyone,
Yeah,
are we ready? Are we ready?
All right,
Let's
here we
do
go.
it.
There it is. G code 90 is the winner.
G code 90. Yes. G code 90. Woohoo. All right. So what I would like you to do is please send an email to Thor@bearabletraders.com, Carlos@bearabletraders.com, and Andrew@bearabletraders.com. If you could please send me your name and your address, please, and your actual name, because I'm going to write a personalized message, maybe bordering a little bit on the inappropriate. I mean, you have no idea what I could end up putting in this book. I may actually ask you to not. No, I'm just kidding. I'm really hoping you'll enjoy the resource and spread the good word. So that's awesome. Yay! So congratulations, G Cole. So come back tomorrow. We're gonna do it again tomorrow. Every day this week, we're gonna do one. No, Bruz, you have to pay for your copy. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, you do. And the autograph. Yes, pay for both. Or bros.
I love it. So let's check out this Tesla trade. We're like gonna be deadlocked in for the rest of my life. So basically, look how wide I'm running on this trade. Right? Our guy 78 here is just like, I'll pay for my own copy. I don't even care if it's signed. He's like, this is horrible. Nathan, do you
Yes, sir.
offer mentorship? And how can
I
we
do.
learn more?
I do. Send me an email, Nathan@bearabletraders.com.
Nathan@bearabletraders.com. So
I don't have any books to give away other than just random kind of books I have around the
So
around
I
the
have
house.
8 minutes left, so I can totally talk shit about Nathan's mentoring now. So first off, no, I'm just kidding. Nathan is an awesome dude and trader. So I mean, I think it's a good idea. You should give him a shot. He's good. And if he screws you up too bad, then you can come to me. We'll sort it out. It's okay.
Fix it.
If I screw you up too bad, we give you the Dr. V. It's just, no, just
Well, I
kidding.
know some of my mentees that I have are probably in here watching, so they seem to be enjoying it, and I try to do the best I can and spend as much time with traders just to help, because I like to give back. A lot of people have helped me, this community's helped me, and so I like to give back as much as I can.
I'm so broken. I need all the fixing I can get. Right, man? We all got some stuff going on. You know what I mean? So it's the next level we're trying to get to, right? Man, I love how this is looking fancy. In partnership with NASDAQ. Trading a Terminal Academy. What a creative little logo, too. They're really good at this. So cool. Bruz, so what I want to do, I think I've decided where we need to have a meetup, everybody. And it's not going to be where you think it's going to be. I need to go hang out with my new business partner. And I really want an opportunity to get to do that, because I want to take some cool pictures with them, with the team, and hanging out. So I want to go to Prague. You know, I want to come out to Prague or Italy because bros can go to either one of those. See, look at Tesla's order book right now on Atlas. Look how bearish it is, everybody. Real quick. I want to go out to, you know, I want to go hang out, and I think I want to do it in like the spring. So everybody, let's start the juices. I want to go to Prague. I don't think I want to do Italy. That's for a different day. I think I want to do Prague. I've seen the pictures. It's on the bucket list. I think
I'm down either for either.
yeah. So I'm thinking maybe springtime of next year. I think I want to plan you know, a trip out to the good old Prague. So, but anyone who wants to come, we'll do like a little meetup. Maybe we can do like a little retreat. Yeah, I think
Oh, no, that would be awesome.
Dr. V would
Yeah,
come. Nathan could
we were
come.
talking
Like
about that yesterday.
maybe we could do a little retreat for everybody, do some in-person like wellness and mentoring, really work on the mentality and all of that stuff. My dream destination. So this is a real big problem. I live in it. I live in St. Augustine, Florida, man. I freaking love it here. But so I'm one of those lucky people that kind of just get to be where I really like to be. But if I was gonna like for visiting like places I really want to check out, I really want to go to I want to go up and see some of like my I want to go up into the Scandinavia. I really want to get up into Norway,
homeland.
Sweden. I want to get up to where my peoples come from. You know what I mean? And so I want to go up there. You know, I've got a lot of north, you know, from Scottish north. So basically I'm a Viking baby. You know what I mean? That's why I have a name Thor, because that's a lot of my lineage is that. So I've got a whole smattering of all of that stuff, which is why I'm 6'1" and I tan. Who knew? It's just so weird.
That's when when we went to Irish a couple of years ago or last year, like just being there, I felt a connection. I have Irish on both sides, and like just being in Ireland, it was feel like a connection just being there. It's just pretty cool.
Yeah, Blake was just in Norway. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, Oslo, man. I just can't wait to check it out. It's just I'm just feeling it. So, but I also want to go into like, you know, some of the other you know, Denmark, check some stuff out in there. Like I really haven't traveled a lot because I've always been so like responsible for everything here. But now that that's not quite the thing as it has been, you know what I mean? You know, I'm kind of getting more focused on that and focused on getting to hang out with, you know, traders and have a good time. So, but I want to go to Prague so that I can hang out with my buddy Bruz. And then
I'm definitely going to try to see if I can make it when you want to go.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about it. Because we'll
just don't make it when there's going to be a powder day. That's another nice.
Yeah. I don't get those powder reports. But no, I'm not going to turn into Andrew. Andrew's an effing rock star, man. Like I am never going to be that guy. Like I love that guy so much. Like I'm just happy to resonate with a really small handful of people and just have some fun. Like you know, I'm doing so good in various things, but I'm really grateful. And I think, you know, Nathan mentioned this kind of like with his, it's like, for me, I really am just happy that I can try and return some of this freedom. Like one of the, like trading has changed my life. I am so grateful. It was hard. It was more than I ever thought it could ever possibly be. But St. Augustine, I'd love to meet up. Shoot me an email or hit me up on IG. That's the easiest way, like Instagram me or something. But I'm so grateful for what this you know, opportunity has brought me. So, but I genuinely have told all of you, you know, this, I think in prior, you know, versions of this, I really don't have any aspirations of being like the most popular trader or even the richest trader. But I do kind of have this interesting new aspiration of maybe going down as a new Livermore or a new Wyckoff. Like I would like to be someone who goes down as being known as you know, a really you know, prolific educator in the sector. And I think that's a fun thing to have. Nice.
I think you're already there.
I mean, I don't know where I'm at, but it's okay. I'll just keep going for it. You're at St. Augustine now. Cool. I mean, I live in St. Augustine and I live at a golf resort, so we could be closer than you think. So, but I'm gonna, you know, but we're doing all of it. So it's gonna be a lot of fun though, and I'm just super happy to be a part of everybody's trading journey. You know, that's why I tell everyone I consider myself a market alchemist, right? You know, it's that's why my new thing is because I'm really, it's really, market trading isn't about technique, it's a journey. There's like a whole self-discovery thing. It's crazy. So I hope everybody has an amazing day. I think we're going to have a really fun week, more good trades to come, more books to give away, more hanging out with everybody. Nathan's going to be back on Friday, so he'll hang out with you. We got V on Wednesday, and then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we'll just keep doing our thing. So I hope you all have an amazing day. Nathan, thanks for hanging out with me and writing Copilot, being the dean to my Sam as usual. And everyone find me Thor Young MA on IG. So much love, everybody. Talk to you soon.
See you guys.